Krishna Krishna boli.
Jai Tava Bhaje Bhaje.
Jai Tava Bhaje Bhaje.
Shri Vaishnava Thakur Doya Vedase Karuna Kori.
Oh He Vaishnava Thakura Daya Rasa Vedase Karuna Kori.
Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur
Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur.
O Prabhu Kripa Karo More Doya Karo Prabhu Kripa Karo More Doya Karo
Prabhu Kripa Karo More Daya Karo. Kripa Karo More Daya Karo.
O Prabhu Kripa Karo More
Dandavat
Doya
Pranam, dear
Karo.
Vaishnavas.
Prabhu Kripa
Welcome to Govardhan.
More Doya Karo
Kripa Karo More Daya Karo. Kripa Karo More Daya Karo.
Radhe Radhe Dandavat Pranam all Vaishnavas.
Dandavat Pranam.
Welcome to the Govardhan Parikrama. We're just about to enter into Chakleshwar Mahadev at Manasi Ganga and the Samadhi Mandir or Pushpa Samadhi. It's really the Betak of Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī, his Bhajan Kutir. Radhe Radhe Dandavat. And these people here are very eager to be seen. Radhe Radhe Bolo.
Radhe 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 Radhe.
So now we're going to go to this beautiful place, Sri Chakleshwar Mahadev, on the banks of Manasi Ganga.
Jai Ho.
Ati Bhajan Kutir Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī Pa.
Wow, Janardhan, 1:30 in the morning in Narasingha, you're up.
Congratulations!
Wow. Many burpees.
So it's a very beautiful, sunny, clear day with a beautiful breeze, perfect temperature, just coming upon winter in Govardhan. And we're all very fortunate to be going on this second half of Govardhan Parikrama, which will bring us to the highest, most admired, most perfect place in all of creation.
Most aspired for.
And anyone who can guess that gets 1,000 points just because. Watch out. So,
All right, so we did Mangalacharna because we walked from Gurudev's mat. So we started by doing the Mangalacharna, Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya. I saw that Jiva Pavana Prabhu very kindly already posted Vaishnav Thakur. And what's next, Kishori Mohan Prabhu?
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama.
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 Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama.
Gopala Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Gopala Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Okay. Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gupta.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gupta.
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita.
Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghuna.
Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghuna.
Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghuna.
Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghuna.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta
Gauda Dasa Raguna. First I go to Charana Vandan. Jaha Hoite Vigyana Shavista Puran. Eshai Muitarada. Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sangeva. Janame Janame Hoi Ei Abhina. Janame Janame. Echai Goshai Jave Braj Koilava. Echai Goshai Braj Koilava. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash. Echai Goshai Jave Braj Koilava. Okay. बाद में महाराज मैं बात ही करूँ ये नहीं रखो अरे खोल नहीं रखो चक्र से आ गई So here we are at Chakdeshwar Mahadev. सामने गिरिराज पर्वत, सामने गिरिराज पर्वत, भगवान बाल-बाल, ये लोग रहता है, गणपति जी है। We're gonna have to find somewhere else to speak here. It's kind of. Oh, go ahead, go ahead. No. It's a little intense here already. Just yes. Sarva and Sukhananda, you're on our list to offer to Radhakund today. You're always on our list, but just so you know. She's doing this on behalf of all of us. So now they're offering to Chakleshwar Mahadev. And first they did to Ganapati. First? Because you know. See? You do on behalf. Hare Krishna. Pati Dev. Pati Dev.
ये सप्तशती जी है।
Saraswati.
लक्ष्मी जी है, ये पार्वती जी है।
And Parvati and Lakshmi Devi is there. They're going and doing the seva for everyone.
ये कार्तिक मास चलता अच्छा है।
During Kartik Mas.
भैरव बाबा है, भैरव जी।
ठीक।
हनुमान जी।
करन देवा ने उसको वीडियो।
दिखरा।
Okay. So, I'm just going to get you a better view of Chakleshwar Mahadev. So here, there's 5 different, it's like Panchamukh, but different, like a chakra. And there's Brahmaji there.
You can see here.
And then here's like Giriraj is there. And Ganapati representing Guru. Here's Parvati, Mother Parvati. And here is Lakshmi Devi. I don't know if you can see, but she's there. So now, we have to try. ठीक है बस
पूजा मिला
बाद में
They're particularly pushy here.
there's Manasi Ganga
Radhe Radhe, कैसे आप?
बस Hare Krishna Kishori
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Hare Krishna.
पहले हरि कथा और कीर्तन बाद में पूजा होगा.
बाद में होगा पूजा
okay
बोल दिया पहले कथा होगा
okay
He knows me. He knows me.
okay wow
Want to go out to the little perch there?
just as long as we can just be alone here a little bit.
You can go out to that one.
Look at here's beautiful Giriraj Maharaj, and here we are at Manasi Ganga on the opposite side of where we were yesterday or 2 days ago.
Well, look, we have a friend at the bottom of the stairs.
And now we can maybe have a few minutes. Bus. So Kishori
Careful.
at Manasi Ganga, give for everyone.
For everyone.
Jai ho! I moved the camera. All right, do you want to take the camera for a minute so I can go? Okay.
Both Sudevis are offering pranam. Manasi Ganga ki jai.
So, we have come to this most extraordinary of extraordinary places. You know that we've already come to Manasi Ganga the other day, and we spoke a little bit about the appearance of Ganga Devi here by Krishna's calling her to come. Krishna didn't want to leave Braj to go to the holy places of pilgrimage. The Brajavasis heard about the auspiciousness of bathing in the Ganga, so they wanted to go. And Krishna thought, why should we leave Vrindavan? Ganga Devi should come here. But she had already been praying to Jamuna Devi, her younger sister, somehow petition on my behalf that I can have a place in Braj. So her desire to serve Radha and Krishna was fulfilled here. There are so many leelas of boat pastimes and so many beautiful pastimes of all the Brajavasis here, but especially of the gopis and Srimati Radhika with Krishna. So we have come to the Bhajan Kutir of Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad and also to Chakleshwar Mahadev. If you ever watch the life and the teachings of Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī, you'll find that he is always in close connection with Mahadev. Why? Because he is the topmost Vaishnava. And also, you can't enter into the holy dham without first getting the permission of Mahadev. So in all four corners of all these dhams here in Braj, Mahadev is guarding in different places. And then even here at Radhakund, every other dham you go, even Gokul, Nanda Bhavan, everywhere they have Mahadev guarding. He always wants to be close to the Vaishnavas. So Mahadev is very attached to be where any the Shuddha Bhaktas reside. So we heard 2 days ago how Lord Indra became very angry upon Krishna suggesting to the Brajavasis that they not worship Indra, that they should worship Govardhan. Don't worry about this. By karma we will receive grains and rain. All this will come naturally. So the Brajavasis took the advice of Krishna. And then what happened? Lord Indra said, they have stopped that sacrifice that was meant for me. And then he went riding on his elephant and he came to Braj, near Braj, and he started raining down like the universal devastation. He was raining it down on Braj, trying to kill the Brajavasis. When Mahadev saw this happening, immediately he started to swing his trident around like a chakra, and he was breaking up all of the pillars of ice and sheltering Govardhan and the Brajavasis. It is also said that he also prayed to Chakra, to the Chakra of the Lord, to please manifest itself and protect all of the Brajavasis. So Chakra appeared. Chakra is the Ishvara of Mahadev. So we know that afterwards, this is called Chakra Tirtha. This is the place where Chakra said, I need a place to rest. That was an intense kind of devastation. I need to go rest somewhere. So he came to this place. So Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad was doing his bhajan here. He was also doing bhajan in Govardhan. We've already been to his bhajan kutir and his samadhi mandir.
In Vrindavan.
Next to Madan Mohan. Oh, look at you. They got you good.
Did they?
Wait, I have
Oh,
to show
I
you.
can show you. I didn't see it yet. Oh my God. Radhe Radhe. They got me really good. Take it. So he was doing bhajan
he was
at
doing
Vrindavan.
bhajan in Vrindavan, and when he was doing bhajan there, he became very old after some time, and Mahadev came into him in a dream, Gopishwar, and said, don't come all the way to Gopishwar Mandir to see me. You're too old, you don't have to do this. And Sanatana Goswami Pad was saying, but without doing this, without your mercy and seeing you, I can't maintain. I have to do it. So in his dream, Sanatana Goswami Pad's dream, Gopishwar said, okay, I will come halfway so that you can still make some effort, but that it will be closer. And then the next morning he awoke to Bankhandi Mahadev, that Gopishwar came and took a form there, halfway between Madan Mohan and Gopishwar Mahadev, because he's so attached to Sanatana Goswami Pad. So when Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī was here and doing his bhajan here, it is said that he would write until late in the evening, and he would be immersed in remembering and doing bhajan of Radha and Krishna at Radhakund. But it just so happened that there were so many mosquitoes. You know, where there are not moving rivers, where there are bodies of water, so many times mosquitoes will breed. And it was so bad. We know that they are so tolerant. They would forget their bodies and not even need to eat for days on end. They never thought of these things. So we can just imagine how horrible it was with the mosquitoes attacking him, that he had to say, that's it, I'm going to have to leave here. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm leaving this place. I'm leaving Chakleshwar Mahadev. So that night, a Brahmin came to Śrī Sanātana Goswami Pad. It was actually Mahadev. And he said, don't leave my association. Please don't leave me. I will make sure that from this day there will be no disturbance with mosquitoes. And our Gurudev said, up until now, there is still no problem with mosquitoes. We were just at Giridhari Gaudiya Mat, and I can tell you I was attacked by at least 100 of them within a span of a moment.
And here?
But here, not one.
There may be a few flies, but no mosquitoes.
So when Sanatana Goswami Pad was doing bhajan here, we hear how Srila Rupa Goswami was also doing bhajan in different places. Śrī Sanātana Goswami would go to all of the villages, to all of the holy places here in Braj. He didn't just stay in one place. We hear in Sadgoswami Ashtakam how they were going from one tree to the next, asking the trees, what Leela have you heard? Hey Radhe Vrajadevi ke Chalalite, hey Nanda Shuno Kuta. Asking everywhere, where is Krishna, where is Lalita, where is Srimati Radhika, where is Kama? So they would go to so many different places to give mercy to the jivas, to give shelter. Sanatana Goswami Pad was so loved by everyone. He would know which persons in which villages were about to have their cows were going to give birth to a calf. Or he would ask anyone, how is your daughter? Did she get married yet? He would have this kind of katha with them to engender a mood of love and affection, and then he would give them Hari Katha. We saw this with our Gurudev, with Srila Prabhupada, and with our Gaudiya Vaishnavacharyas, how they so trickily enter into our hearts. We think they're just loving us, but actually they're so tricky. They're very, very carefully entering into our hearts because they're talking a language first we understand. Oh, you want to know how I'm doing, how my family is, how my life situation is. Please come in, sit down, let's talk about me. And then by trick they begin to give Krishna Katha. And then everything is ruined in the best way. So Rupa Goswami was also doing bhajan in this area, and one day he wrote one verse talking about Srimati Radhika and her sublime beauty. But there he compared her hair, her very beautiful heavy braid, to being like a snake, a very glossy, beautiful blackish snake. When Sanatana Goswami Pad read this, he became somewhat disturbed. He said, our Swamini is so beautiful, so soft, so gentle, and you've compared her braid, which actually confuses the mind of Krishna. It makes him mad. You've compared that very thing to a poisonous snake. And Rupa Goswami said, if you feel that it should be changed, I will immediately change it. Please, you give the suggestion and I will change it. So Sanatana Goswami Pad went to take bath. And after, as he was coming toward his place to take bath, he had darshan of a beautiful sight. A very young Kishori was on a swing, and she was laughing with her girlfriends, and her girlfriends were all around her. At that moment, he saw a snake coming around her body like a braid, and he started to scream, oh, Lali, Lali, snake, be careful, be careful. And that vision disappeared. And then he realized he was having darshan of Srimati Radhika. In so many places we read descriptions how when Srimati Radhika is going on Abhisar to meet with Krishna, her braid is slowly moving like a snake, ready to bite Krishna. And sometimes she feels that blackish braid touch her shoulder, and she looks and she sees it. And instead of seeing her braid, she mistakes it for the hand of Krishna on her shoulder, because his arms are like a black snake. So at that time she says, oh Lalite, tell that Sham not to touch me. And all gopis begin to laugh because she is immersed in this mood of meeting Krishna. She has become intoxicated and mad. So this braid is Udipana, and even the black snake is Udipana for Krishna and his snake-like or vine-like arms.
Stimulation.
It's stimulation for remembrance of Radha and Krishna's Leela. We used to come here so many times with our Gurudev, and just so you know, there's a picture, maybe you've seen it, of Gurudev with Kusum Sarovar behind him, but actually it was taken here, and it was with Sanatana Goswami Pad's Bhajan Kutir.
It's the really
behind.
famous one that they use in all of the publications with Kusum Sarovar behind him.
I know, because I took it.
She took the photo.
And good, please, punch me. So then, it was here at Sanatana Goswami Pad's place, and so every time I see that picture, it reminds me of this. Srila Gurudev said that so many Gaudiya Vaishnavas say that we shouldn't worship Mahadev, that this isn't our thing, that it's like demigod worship. And Gurudev said, but we are followers of Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad. We don't actually go around and circumvent what they are doing. We incorporate that and try to understand what is the mood. And so Mahadev, how much service he did for Krishna's Leela. We can pray here, please allow me to somehow do any kind of service in your holy dham. Even Mahadev, we know, came, you know, all decked out as Mahadev with a garland of skulls and ashes and dreadlocks. He wanted to see Krishna. And Krishna, Mother Yashoda said, no, I'm not going to let you see him. You'll scare him. You might infect him with something. No. And Krishna remained crying and crying and crying until the Brajabasis, maybe Purnamasi, said, you should give him darshan. You should let him see Krishna, otherwise Krishna won't stop crying. And so she went out and gave him the quickest darshan of Krishna. And she put a black spot here, a black rope around his waist, and all kinds of protection. She takes her kajal and she puts it behind his ear to rid him of the evil eye. She does all of these purification rituals, and then she shows Mahadev and then runs from him. But then Mahadev became so happy and so blissful, and his mood is that I only want to serve in whatever capacity. So we know that Śrī Sanātana Goswami Pad had such an intense attraction. Bas, ek minute, Harikatha, ek minute. They just want money, so I gotta. Where was I?
Mother Yashoda was putting black, and they just want to protect Krishna.
He just wants to protect Krishna. He wants to serve Krishna. And this is the mood when we come to the holy dham. Not how Krishna can serve and benefit me, but how can I serve? What can I do? How can I leave this place in such a way that I don't leave my own material mark, but somehow or other I'm engaged in service here. So we offer our pranam to Chakleshwar Mahadev and to Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad, who afterwards, when he saw this vision of Srimati Radhika on the swing and the snake, he realized I was so wrong. He went back to Rupa Goswami and said, you've always seen me as your guru, you've always seen me as your elder brother, but today, from today, I see that you are like my guru. Because of you and because of my not understanding your mood, I was given darshan of Srimati Radhika. So he was so thankful for this. All right, we should go to the next.
Just
Or
before
do
we...
you want to say something about Manasi Ganga?
Just a little bit.
Let me get you.
So, Dandava Pranam.
Yeah.
In this place, Manasi Ganga, I told you the last time, but we're going to repeat that prayer again because it's a prayer to Giriraj Maharaj. Manasi Ganga is one of the main lakes, one of the main kundas of Govardhan. And this is the place where we began our parikrama. This is the place where we're beginning the second one as well. Manasi Ganga is situated just next to Dan Ghati. Dan Ghati is now they've made a road through the center, but that is you could say the place in Govardhan where Govardhan is easily crossable. So that's why Krishna was always trying to charge tax to the gopis there, because it was an easy place to cross through, especially at that time, 5,000 years ago. Govardhan would have been much, much higher because he's been shrinking at least the width of a mustard seed every day since that time. So in this place, as Sudevi already told him, as we told last time, you can see there's a boat pastime going on.
A reenactment.
So Krishna, as I told before, he would always perform these beautiful leelas on the boats with the gopis, pretending to be an old boatman, and the gopis needed to cross in the evening, so they would get onto his boat, and then he would tell them, actually, this boat is too heavy, it's going to sink, so you have to get rid of all of your yogurt, your butter, your ghee, your milk, and everything. And they would get rid of that, and then he would say, oh, it's still too heavy, you have to get rid of your jewelry. And they were throwing in their bangles and everything overboard. And then Krishna just started shaking. He was moving the boat back and forth, back and forth. And at that point, it was shaking so much, Srimati Radhika became terrified. She grabbed onto him to steady herself. And at that time, Krishna took the opportunity to embrace Srimati Radhika. So many beautiful, sweet pastimes took place in this Manasi Ganga. So our Srila Gurudev would have us chant one prayer for the mercy, the blessings of Govardhan here. This is that one we chanted last time, so I'm going to ask you to repeat after me again. Yatra eva Ganga Anuna Viradha Arohya Madhye Tuni Magna Noka Krishno hi Radha Nugalo Babosa Govardhano me Dishatam Abhishtam. So that prayer is praying to Giriraj Maharaj, to Govardhan, that please be merciful to me and accept me. Give me residence here, but allow me to witness these beautiful, sweet pastimes of Krishna and the gopis as they are taking place on the boats in this Manasi Ganga. So we're very fortunate to have come here. Now, the pandas are going to come and do a small puja for us. We can't escape without it, so we're going to allow one panda, Pandaji, he'll take care of us and offer prayers on our behalf. And we tell him which prayers that we like. No prayers for anything material, no prayers for anything mundane, because they can offer prayers on your behalf for anything.
They tell you, may you have a good business.
Or you will have so many children, or so much money, or big palaces, or this or that. We say, don't pray for any of that. We only want praying for the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, and to be able to serve them here.
Okay.
So let me just keep this a little closer to you, or should I keep it on?
Well, I'll just be here while you do it.
Okay, I'll keep this with you.
Okay. So he's ready?
1 second. So, Sudevi, can you tell him? For the prayers for us, only for bhakti, for bhav, for prem. Radha Krishna Yugal Prem.
No children, no work, nothing.
बच्चे के लिए नहीं है, पैसा के लिए नहीं, कोई दूसरा चीज कर्म ज्ञान नो, सिर्फ शुद्ध
भक्ति भाव
भक्ति
प्रेम।
भक्ति भाव प्रेम के लिए, ठीक है। हमारे गुरुदेव ने कहा, यू नो हमारे गुरुदेव भक्तिवेदांता नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज।
हाँ, नित्य लीला, नित्य
यहाँ
लीला।
नित्य लीला में
ठीक है। हाँ, ठीक है, ठीक है। हाँ। This is on behalf of all of us. Okay. He's telling you his name. Oh, and 50 and maybe 100 more. Sub.
all of your names. Say
Everyone say your names. Say your names now. Huh?
सारी दुनिया में हाँ
Your title?
Yes, say your
say
name.
your name.
Say your names. Sudevi Dasi. So he's offering all of you here.
that was you.
The Panda is also doing for all of you.
विदेश ले चलो ऐसे बढ़ती से ऐसे ही नहीं देखा अच्छा
Okay. Do you need? Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.
तीन ब्राह्मण
Okay, chalo Kishori.
Huh?
How much are you giving?
बस I'm finished. हो गया.
Okay.
20 rupees basket.
Finished. हाँ, ठीक है, चलो.
Satisfied?
हाँ
संतुष्ट?
I very happy
ठीक है.
I very happy
Okay, Radhe Radhe.
राधे
Okay, now we are leaving.
हाँ दिखाओ हमको रिकॉर्ड रिकॉर्ड
so many.
50 भक्त लोग बाद में 1000 2000 हो जाएंगे.
Okay, Radhe Radhe.
Sudevi, मैं टंगा दे रहा हूँ.
Kishori, it's doing that thing again.
What thing? You have to hold it straight and turn it off and then turn it back on.
Okay, here we go. Oh boy.
It's okay.
Hare Krishna Babu. Hello.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
50 and piece.
No, 20. He said 20. So just so you know, I'm doing a quick parikrama here. But that picture of Gurudev was taken right here. Just here. In this spot. So, where this one is sitting. So this is Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad, Bhajan Kutir. So extremely fortunate to be here. I have to find Kishori Mohan Prabhu. We won't make it to all of our locations. Look at him. Look at that.
I look extreme today, no?
Okay. Is everyone okay there?
हाँ पहले दान था.
I get.
चलो चलो. राधे 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 बाबा राधे राधे. चलो.
It sometimes becomes a little bit of a fight about money, but the fact is that those things are just material kind of anarthas, you know?
Actually, I wanted to mention something because Sudevi and I have been considering this many parikramas after another. You know, when we become tight and we don't even want to give 10 rupees, if you think about it, 10 rupees is only 13 US cents. We wouldn't even give that little to a beggar on the street in America who might not use it for anything related to bhakti. $1 is like, what is it, 74 rupees? If you give
Not
100
even
rupees,
100
you're giving
rupees.
$1.30. It's actually so miserly that, you know, we might give like 1 rupee to the Brahmin or something. To feed the Brahmins, according to all Shastra, this is also feeding Krishna. To take care of the cows. The cows within the body of the cow is considered all of the demigods are present. And Krishna is the sum total of all the demigods. Therefore, Krishna is also there in the cows. So when you're taking care of cows and Brahmins, this is eternal Vedic dharma.
And so we try not to let it bother us. We try to give as much as we can without making a fuss, but it does become a little bit of a burden. But then again, we just have to try to keep our minds steady and our, you know, just like in life as you're walking down the road and you're trying to chant and remember Krishna, so many obstacles come. And it's the same here. It's the same in different ways. And then you just see how angry you become or how miserly we become. So many different things come up in the heart. So it's okay. Just remain steady and let the mind not dwell on those things. Because...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Also, we just like to remember and recall how these personalities, when they're asking for something, it's actually not wrong. This is how they survive.
Otherwise, they'd have to become rickshaw-wallas or
and we've seen it a lot.
shop-wallas.
Wait, are we going the right way?
Mukharavinda. Radhe, Radhe.
Mukaravind.
Mukharavind? Huh, okay, thank you.
So many have had to take the jobs of being rickshawallas or, you know, anything just to survive. And so their culture is also being whittled away. And so many are trying to maintain their culture, trying to hold on to that culture. But now they have to become a little bit pushy just to make ends meet, to survive, because it's becoming more and more difficult to survive here. everything's getting more expensive.
It is. So anyway, we just wanted to point that out, that even though it is like crazy when it happens, it's their only way of survival. And so it's good that we honor that they're trying to be priests and they're trying to do and see the good and not try to acknowledge too much of the money grabbing. It's not about that.
And also, part of your seva to Giriraj on Anukut Day was to
Feed the
donate and
Brahmins.
feed the brahmanas. And so part of that has been kept for this purpose. It's part of that Anukut. We're still maintaining it.
We made sure that we kept some for this part of the parikrama to offer. So, and it was
all
nice
of your benefits.
that priest, the Brahmin, hey, Sudevi, look at her, we lost Sudevi. That Brahmin was offering it on behalf of all of you. And I thought that was so nice. He included everyone. And also, I am going to read everyone's name at Radhakund, but I just thought it was so sweet that he was telling everyone to state their names.
हाथ धो पहले हाथ धो हैंड वॉश करो
Oh look, Śrīla Bhaktivedānta Gosvāmī. Look at that. Jai Ho. Jai Ho.
अनुप कहाँ? बाद में. I already gave away everything. Okay.
I have 100 notes,
She has 100 notes.
but I like to do it after if I can. I don't
So
want
we're
it.
going to be here quickly. We're not going to stay too
Oh,
long.
yeah, we won't stay.
Udapkund, then Radhakund, Shyamakund, Lalitakund.
We need to make it to Radhakund. That is the goal
But it's still light.
when it's light.
Now we have come to Mukh Aravinda. Aravinda means lotus, who is taking its nourishment from the sun.
We're not going to be able to come here.
When we say that verse in Brahma Samhita, Venum Kvanantam Aravinda Dalayataksam, that Krishna's face is like a lotus, beautiful like lotus flowers. And his
Wait. Can I take a camera?
hopefully it will work. So look, Giriraj Mahārāja ki jai. Look, they're all doing prayers. So this is Mukh Aravinda, means the face of Govardhan. And this place is where really they all feed. What does that say? It's covered. There's a camera there too. So in this place is where they offer everything. They offer to Giriraj everywhere, but this is specifically considered to be his mouth and his face. Let's go this way.
Did they see it? Did they see him?
Do I have anything?
I gave 100 over there.
Oh, I'll give another 20 here.
Well, she's beautiful.
Yes.
I just want to show you Ganga Devi. Ganga Devi is here. She's so beautiful. Look at her. What's happening? Kishori, what are you looking for?
She just gave me the money. Okay.
Okay.
So it's really loud in here, so I wanted to bring you our dear spoke to us about something special about Giriraj.
But we'll do it outside.
Because it's too loud.
Kishori.
Wow.
Oh boy. Haribo. Kishori. To him.
And her.
Bless everyone. You bless here. So many.
Oh, Bhakta log.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. No, Radhe Radhe. No. She said Shamila there. I said nope.
I don't even know if I have anything left. 10 and 10.
It was extremely loud there. Radhe Radhe. You have nothing for him?
This one? For Giriraj. This one. Radhe Radhe.
Take
Okay, this
it.
way now. Left side.
Look at this.
Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe. Oh, she's beautiful. Can I give her something?
Yeah, sure.
1 second. But it's only her, huh?
Yes, but you need something?
No.
Give a hand. Yes. Radhe Radhe Maya, Radhe Radhe. Yes, yes, sweets for the children. Ask her for Ashirma. You have?
Giriraj! Giriraj! Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe Maya. Look at how beautiful she is. Bahut sundar hai. She's shy. Chalo. Radhe Radhe Maya. Radhe Radhe. Okay, now we have to go. Oh, they want toffees.
No, yes. Very bold.
Hari bol. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna. Raktambar Prabhu, is it Raktambar Prabhu who sends boat fees and?
Yes.
Oh, he just said I've sent my participation in the parikrama expenses. I was thinking of that today, and I was remembering I didn't know who it was, and I was thinking how sweet it is that you sent your boat fee, and it was just so personal and beautiful. So now I know it was you because you're sending your fee for today.
So now we're on our way to the main road, where we need to get to Udhav Kund.
Udhav Kund.
From there we need to go to Radhakund Shamakund, so we will probably take a rickshaw at a certain point.
Also, we may not go to all of the places at Radhakund today, because of which there are so many. There are so many. Even the main temples in Vrindavan, they have replicated there. And so many of our Goswamis and Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they've all been there. And Janavatar, just anyway, it's so much. So we may have to come back. So today we'll do our best to at least get us to Radhakund and Shamakund, but not without first going to Udhav Kund. That place is extraordinarily important, and so is Kunja Bihari Gaudiya Mat. Look at the tree coming out of the the building.
The building is built around.
So Kunja Bihari Gaudiya Math.
Radhe, 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 Radhe.
You will hear later why they're so careful with the trees in this area. Very, very extraordinary. No one give it away. We didn't sing to Mahaprabhu?
Huh?
We didn't sing to Mahaprabhu yet.
Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
That's where we were, Sanatana Gosvāmī and Chakreshwar Mahadev. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasa Gaura Bhaktivedānta.
Page 86. Now we're turning toward Radha Kund. Radhe Radhe. He's one of our pundits.
From Radhakund, he protects us from the others. But he's not there. Vishaya Shariya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana Kabe Hamo Hera Shri Vrindavana. Where else in the world will you always have stalls for dresses for the Lord? Hari Hari bolite nayane bhaveira. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. We have a rickshaw. Krishna
Radhe,
Govinda
Radhe.
Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Krishna Govinda Hey Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopala. Bhaja Murali Manohara Nandalala.
We've arrived, your devotees.
Rama Rama.
This place is Uddhav Kund. I don't know how if I'm allowed to take a camera.
Turning the money. Have you given something? It's enough, no?
Sorry. I'm going to see if I'm allowed to do this.
I love these Thakurji here.
I'm just going to do it.
Śrī Radha
Before
Karo
he yells at
Bihari.
me.
Look at them, they're the cutest Thakurji ever. So cute.
Oh, look at them.
Radhe Radhe Mama.
Oh, look who's here, just so you know. Who's that? Gurudev is there.
And Prabhupada is there on this side,
And
under
Srila-
Uddhav.
Srila Prabhupada is here.
And Uddhav.
Prabhupada, huh? And our Guru, Bhaktivedānta Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Hamare Gurudev.
Uddhav Bihari Ji. This is Shri Ekangal Jugal Kishore Ji.
Aren't they just the most beautiful?
I love them. I love them.
Okay, so Radhe Radhe. Do you want to go out?
Yes.
Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? Radhe Radhe Baba. He blessed everyone.
Yes, grab my arm. Steep steps going right into the Kund.
Yes, everybody knows Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev is the Yugacharya, and all of the Pandas of Braj got together and they decided to make Srila Gurudev the Yugacharya for everything that he's done for the holy Dham and how he's broadcasted this Brajamud around the world. And Gurudev just laughed. He said, Rupa Goswami's the Yugacharya, but he said on behalf of the Guru Varg, he's accepting it, but he didn't take it like, yes, I'm a Yugacharya. He never thought like this. I said that, I did. So now we've come to Uddhav Kund.
For all devotees.
Jai Ho! We've been drenched. We used to come here with Srila Gurudev, and especially in the morning time, on our way to Radhakund, we would sit here and hear Harikatha. I think it's too bright on this side, isn't it?
We can go to the other side. Let me see.
Is it okay?
It's fine.
Okay. So where will you sit?
Right.
Maybe away from the sun. The camera.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want to go? Look at how beautiful it is here.
Don't you want to see the Kund?
Yes, I want them to see the Kund and the grass
So
and
this.
Sudevi. Come sit down.
Okay. So if you're on this side, away from the sun, then it's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Actually, Sudevi, can you hold this for a minute?
So we're going to sing one bhajan here. Manaro Lage Nasaki. And you will find it on KK Songs.
Do you have the cartoon?
Yes?
Okay.
They were in my bag behind with Sudevi. It's in KK Songs under O. Just O. Manaro. M-A-N-A-R-O.
Do you want the cartons? No. Oh,
I've sent it.
I need to get something together.
Here.
I was thinking of something else. What happened first?
This bhajan is always sung here, at this place. When Srila Gurudev would bring us here, Damodar Prabhu, Dorilal Brajvasi would sing that bhajan here. And the meaning of that bhajan is that Radhika is telling her friends, her Sakhis, my mind is unhappy because Shyam is not here. The whole village of Braj is empty. Without Shyam, the kunjas and the lanes are empty. Who will play the flute so sweetly? Without Shyam here, who will inspire us to dance? Without Shyam, all the cowherd boys are restless. I sent it to you on WhatsApp. And the cows are not eating grass. I go to Jamuna to take water, but without Shyam, the Pan Ghat, where the villagers draw their water, is empty. Perhaps Giridhari is in a sulky mood. If I don't see you for 1 second, I go mad with restlessness. Without Shyam, my mind is not interested in anything. So, this bhajan...
They added it. I think
Okay.
Jiva Pavana Prabhu added it.
Thank you. This bhajan is actually a mood of deep separation.
What is it there?
So
Or
then
is
the
it-
sun will be behind me.
Okay. It would be okay from here.
Yes?
Yeah.
But you might not hear
Because
I'll be
then
far.
you can see the lake as well.
It's right behind you, the sun.
Okay.
Is it okay or not?
It's okay.
Okay. O manaro lage na sakhiri mero Shyam bina manaro lage na
O manro lage na sakiri mero Shama bina manro lage na. O manro lage na sakiri mero Shama bina manro lage na. Shama bina re mana, Shama bina manro lage na.
O manro lage na sakhiri mero Shyam bina manro lage na.
O manro lage na sakiri mero Shama bina manro lage na.
Suni suni lage sari braj ki nagari
Suni suni lage sari Braja ki nagari.
kunj gali suni Shyam bina manro lage na.
Kunja gali suni Shama bina manro lage na. O manro lage na sakiri mero Shama bina manro lage na. Kona sunave mohe miti miti bansuri. Kona na nave Shama bina manro lage na. O manro lage na sakiri mero Shama bina manro lage na. ग्वाल बाल सब तरफ रहे. तृण नाही रे मोह बिना मनरो लगे ना. ओ मनरो लगे ना सकीरी मेरो श्याम बिना मनरो लगे ना.
Paniya bharan jab Udhava Kund ki
Jai.
Is it okay with the sun behind?
Yeah, I just want to, I would like to be able to show the kund, but it's
Okay.
hard.
Oh,
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
so by the grace of Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, we have come to this most sacred place, Shri Udhava Kund. This kund was actually established by Vajranav, the great grandson of Krishna. So why is this place so important for us? Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedānta, Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja, he would bring us to this place every year on Parikrama, and we would spend a good amount of time here.
Can anyone just let me know that you can hear him?
I'll just come a little closer.
Oh, okay.
So he would spend a good amount of time here with the devotees. Besides, of course, breakfast was here, but Srila Gurudev would be in a very deep and grave mood. This second half of the parikrama is very gambhir, means a grave mood, because we're getting close to that particular place of our Swamini, means our master, mistress, Srimati Radhika. And there's so much honor and respect. In so many other places like Dan Ghati, there's a lot of playfulness with Krishna and the cowherd boys and the gopis, and it's a different kind of mood. But when you're coming over to this side, the mood starts to become very grave. Krishna himself, he wanted Udhava. When Krishna was in Mathura, Udhava is his dearest, closest friend. There, Krishna tells Udhava that you are dearer to me than my own life, my own soul. And so Udhava there is thinking, I am the closest and nearest to Krishna. But he sees that Krishna in Mathura is feeling some dissatisfaction. Krishna is telling Udhava, I want to explain to you the moods of my beloved Brajabasis, how much feeling of love and affection that's there. I want to be able to discuss it with you, but even I can't express it to you. So Krishna wanted to send Udhava to Vrindavan to learn from the Brajabasis, to enter into the university of the gopis, so that he would understand something of their moods, so that Krishna could freely discuss with him, because he had no one else that he could reveal his heart to. All of the Brajabasis, the gopis, Srimati Radhika, they had each other to converse with. And in remembering Krishna, then, although they felt Krishna was separate, Krishna said, every day I am coming, and I'm there with you, but you think I'm not there. As we told the other day, even the Lord, he says that I don't reside in Vaikuntha, nor in the hearts of the yogis. But wherever my devotees are glorifying my names, forms, qualities, and pastimes, I am present there. That is where I reside. So even Krishna could not express his heart to Udhava, so he sent Udhava to this place. And Udhava initially was feeling that he knew so much. Something like Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, we heard about him yesterday, how he felt, I have so much knowledge, morality, the idea of being truthful and honest, and all of the information that he has. Udhava is one of the most brilliant minds in all of creation. And of course he's an eternal associate of the Lord. And yet when he came to Vrindavan, he realized the same thing. Everything that I thought I knew, all of the knowledge I had, all of the grandeur and all of the glorification that I've received, all of my ability and my knowledge and everything is absolutely useless. It should be thrown in the ocean. Seeing the greatness of the love of the Brajabasis, of Nanda Baba, of Yashoda, of Krishna's Sakhas, and especially of Krishna's gopis, and especially of Srimati Radharani, witnessing these beautiful moods of love and separation for Krishna, Udhava began feeling himself less and less and less important, until he came to such a point of deep humility. Sometimes Srila Gurudev would tell that as he was looking upon the mountain of prema of the gopis for Krishna, it was like looking to the top of the highest peak of the Himalayas. Higher than that, if he had a hat on his head, it would have fallen off. He was looking up so high.
Didn't you say his top hat?
His top hat fell off. And Srila Gurudev explained that Udhava felt himself that he was not even worth one particle, nothing, next to the unlimited ocean, the unlimited mountain of their love and affection for Krishna. And so he entered himself into the university of the gopis. And Srila Gurudev said whether or not he actually learned something, even after that he realized, I cannot understand anything. So what did he pray? He prayed here in Vraj, Ashamaho charanarenu jishamahang sham, that I pray that made even one particle of dust from the feet of any particular gopi manifest on my head.
Who's that particular gopi?
That particular gopi is that one that he had witnessed has the most love and affection for Krishna. When he saw her states of divine premunmada,
Divine madness.
madness, premunmad, madness in divine prem, he was completely awestruck seeing that kind of love and affection. And he became so humbled upon seeing that he was praying that just if one particle of dust from her feet can come on my head, then my life would be successful. So he prayed to become grass or any shrub or anything very low-lying, even one blade of grass, but may I become like the grass here, so that these pastimes and so that the dust of the gopis' feet, especially that of Srimati Radhika, may come onto my head. So Uddhava, seeing that love and affection, developed this deep mood here. And it is said that he became the grass. So when Sudevi was filming the grass here, that's no ordinary grass. She was saying how beautiful it is here. That's no ordinary grass. It's manifestation of Uddhava, doing intense austerities, praying for just a particle of dust from the feet of the gopis, especially Srimati Radhika, to manifest on his head. And Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja, there it is said, Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jarchite Himadri Japuloma Javirincha Javara Prade Apara Siddhirid Hidig Dasat Padangulinake Kadakarishyasi Hamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam. So it's saying that all of the greatest personalities in all of the universe are praying for even one particle of dust from her lotus feet. And Uddhava is among them. So as great as he is, the highest peak of love that you can find in Mathura for Krishna does not compare to even one microscopic part of a particle of the prem that you can find for Krishna in Braj. What to speak of all Braj Mandal, Vrindavan. More than that, Govardhan. More than that is the place we're going to very soon, Śrī Dāmodara. So, coming to this place, also there's a history of what happened here. After the time of Krishna, the great grandson of Krishna, Vajranab, came here with the queens of Krishna. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
He came here with the queens of Krishna.
Excuse me, sir. I will take a photo.
Oh, no.
We're doing filming.
Hare Krishna.
International.
Okay.
Take it.
Yes, okay.
Radhe Radhe. Just take my photo. So, Vajranabha, the great grandson of Krishna, he came here along with all of the queens of Krishna from Dwarka. Now this is quite interesting. See, the queens in Dwarka had heard about the glory of the love of the Brajavasis, especially the Brajagopis, from the mouth of Rohini Maya. This is all it's all mixed in with the history of how Jagannath, Subhadra, and Baladev also manifested those forms. They had been listening at the door to that katha that Rohini was telling the the queens in Dwarka. They were wondering, why is Krishna weeping himself to sleep every night, calling the names Radhe, Lalite, Vishakhe? What is it about these Brajabasi gopis, these girls, that has captured Krishna's heart and kept it so strongly that he's crying himself to sleep every night, remembering them? So then they asked Rohini Maya, and she told, because she was there, she told these beautiful pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan and the mood of the love and affection that the gopis have for Krishna. And in that, they heard that Harikatha and desired also to know more about this. So they came here with Krishna's great-grandson Vajranab, and in deep separation from Krishna, remembering Krishna, and also remembering what they had heard from Rohini Maya about these pastimes with the gopis, they began doing kirtan in separation. And that separation kirtan was very, very deep and very intense. So much so that certain personalities started to manifest in that kirtan as they were singing.
Krishna's parikar one by one.
Krishna's parikar one by one. The gopis started manifesting. Uddhav himself manifested.
Gurudev said he came from the grass.
From the grass, Uddhav himself manifested. And then Krishna, Srimati Radhika, and their intimate associates all manifested together. And there was a big Maha Sankirtan which took place here in this very place. So it is no ordinary place. This place is very special and powerful. And if we cry and call out for the mercy of Krishna, praying in a mood of separation, then it may be, if we can somehow come close to those personalities who are really doing true kirtan, like we've seen in the pastime of Narottam Das Thakur in Keturi. There Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and all of their associates descended. In the same way, the kirtan which took place here, Uddhava manifested. All of Krishna's transcendental parikar of Braj manifested. In this big mood of separation, Mahasankirtan took place in this location. So Shri Uddhava Kunda ki Jai. So, what's that for?
Never mind.
So now we should continue to... Did you want to say something more?
No, I was going to play Uddhav because this is in the Braj Mandal Parikrama book.
Right. So there's one bhajan.
We'll just play a little bit of it.
Yes. And this is in the Braj Mandal Parikrama book. It's talking about Uddhava and the gopis.
It's from Surdas.
From Surdas. And how he's looking upon their love and affection. And he's asking them questions. And he's saying, Uddhav, mananavaye dasabise.
No, go ahead.
I'm just trying to replay it.
Oh, sorry. So this is it. Kishori will speak. Gurudev has this bhajan in his Braj Mandal Parikrama book. And it's telling about his astonishment at seeing the love of the gopis and how he's completely at a loss of that kind of love.
They're saying we only have one heart and Krishna stole it a long time ago. We don't have 10 or 20 hearts. We only have the one and Krishna stole it. And you're telling us we should give our heart to Krishna. How can we give him more than what he's already taken? He's taken everything. And so they completely defeated Uddhava with the, I'm going to use the word, the logic of praying, which actually has no logic to it whatsoever. All of his logic, all of his knowledge, everything has no standing next to their love.
आशा लागी रहती तन श्वासा आशा लागी रहती तन श्वासा आशा लागी लागी आशा लागी आशा लागी रहती तन श्वासा जी जो कोटि बरिस जी जो कोटि बरिस उदो मन ना भये दस बीस तुम तो सखा श्याम सुंदर के तुम तो सखा श्याम सुंदर के सकल जोग के ईश उधो सकल जोग के ईश सूर हमारे नंद नंदन भी सूर हमारे नंद नंदन भी नंद नंदन भी सुर हमारे नंद नंदन वीर और नहीं जगदीश उधो और नहीं जगदीश उधो मन ना भये दस बीस दस बीस एक तो सो गयो श्याम संग एक तो सो गयो श्याम संग को आराधे इस उधो को आराधे इस उधो 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 को आराधे इस उधो मन ना भये दस बीस ना भये दस बीस ना भये
Turn it on. So now, dear Vaishnavas, we're on our way to Radha Kund. It may be that we have to take another rickshaw to get there, but hopefully we'll be able to arrive before it gets too dark. I think so that we can get to Radha Kund on time. It doesn't matter. Hare Krishna. I'll sit like that.
Huh? No? It's not far at all. Okay.
Did you tell him?
Yeah, he's turning around.
Okay. Yeah, I know. There's so many that are in need, and we try to give to as many as we can. There's also many widows at Radha Kund that we will try to give. Didn't we give the chadars?
Did you give this?
Not yet. We're going to give chadars and socks and donations to the widows. We haven't done it yet, but we do have, I have it here.
I thought I brought
But we do have a plan to go and do that, so. Actually, if you think about it, they're far better off than most of us in so many different ways that they live here at Govardhan. But it's true, we should always try to give. One time, Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur, he saw that so many were going and only giving money in the mandirs. And afterwards he said, the reason you're doing this is because you don't actually see that Krishna is in the heart of every living thing. Everything that is living, Krishna is present there. But you only think that he resides in this temple or these temples, and so you're not giving. So he admonished the householders for not giving. So a lot of what the devotees sent us also was to give to the widows, which we have made provisions for, and we bought chadars for them. We have to hand them out. Now it's getting cold, so don't worry, we're going to do our best to serve as many of the Braj Vasis as possible. We need to go to Kunjabi Hari Gaudiam up first. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Here's each other.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Do you have like 30 or something? I only have a 5. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. These are the Thakurji installed by Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur.
Radha Kunj Bihari.
Radha Kunj Bihari. Yeho. Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. Huh? Oh, we have to go around. He told us to go around. Beautiful Vaishnava. Kishori Babaji Mahārāja.
Oh, he said you can go around like Parikrama.
No, he was telling us that Kishori Babaji Mahārāja is there.
So, let me speak very quickly here.
Okay.
So, this was the Gaudiya Math established by Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada here at Radha Kund. And we know this place because our Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja, would bring us here every year. And from here, he would actually make a challenge with the megaphone, with that microphone and that loudspeaker, to all Babajis to come, because so many Babajis who are present here, not all are bad, but so many are engaging in activities which are contrary to activities which are within the guidelines of those that are acceptable by as pure devotion. And in the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and in the name of our Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, our Sad Goswamis, our 6 Goswamis, so many nonsense activities have been introduced. So our Guru Varga, especially from the time of Bhaktivedānta Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada, our Param Gurudev, of course Srila Prabhupada, and our Guru Varga, and our Gurudev also, would come here and very, very strongly and boldly challenge all to come and have a discussion where they would present the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our 6 Goswamis as it is, and defend the integrity of the Gaudiya Vaishnava faith. And so from this place, our Gurudev would make that bold declaration, that call out to challenge everyone. So this is important for all of us because we're just about to go to Radha Kund, which is the topmost holy place. And we don't want to have any mood which is opposed to or unfavorable, which would be like desecrating that holy sacred space. That we should have a mood of deep humility, a mood of feeling unworthy, and that I'm actually trespassing. So under guidance and in a very careful mood, with great care and attention, sabdhan, as Sudevi said, with being very aware, we should go to that most sacred of all sacred, high and holy places. So many of our Guru Varga, they wouldn't even bathe in Radha Kund. What to speak of allowing their disciples to bathe there, but some also would, but they didn't want it to be a joke or anything mocking. It would be something, not playing and swimming and grabbing people's feet and all of like that, but only touching that water touching to our head and praying for mercy, so that we don't misunderstand the beauty of the teachings of our Gauriya Guru Varga, so that we don't misunderstand the beauty of the pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. Our Gurudev and our Guru Varga have spent so much energy telling us what is within or acceptable within the realm of bhakti, that it is only for Krishna's pleasure. It is not that one pretends that, oh, I am Krishna, therefore I'm going to perform Rasa Lila with the gopis, or through any mundane, sensual experience that we will pretend. That we will pretend that I'm experiencing transcendental bliss through the medium, by the medium of my lustful experiences of this world. So this mutt is the like the chokidar, the guardian of Sri Radha Kund, which is the stick which lets us know we should be very careful upon entering here. Hare Krishna.
And also, like we said, that there are so many places around here where we won't be able to come today, as time is short, but we will come back after the month of Kartik. It's not just that we're coming now. We realize that we can come outside, so we will come out and we will also bring you with us, and we will explore this most glorious place under guidance with the moods of our acharyas.
Sweet. So taking mercy, the dust of the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and we are entering into the vicinity of Śrī Radha Kunda. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunda Bihari.
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 Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Girivaradhari, Jai Girivaradhari.
Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jai Girivaradhari, Jai Girivaradhari.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana.
Jamuna Tira Bonachari Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Jamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava,
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari.
So, we have come to a very special place. This is the Samadhi Mandir area of Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam Gosvāmī. But before we go over there, I just wanted to show you this particular place. Right here. Do you remember what happened here today?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go now. So, many years before our Srila Gurudev came here to Radhakund and to the Samadhi Mandir of Raghunath Goswami. It's like his bhajan kutir. But Gurudev was standing right here, and 1,000 devotees were packed here and also up on the roof. And Gurudev, usually he would hold in so many of his moods. You would see him weep, and he would take his cloth and wipe his eyes. But this time, as he was speaking, I don't know if it was Tavai Vasmi,
Devi
or
Kaku,
Devi Kaku, but he was calling out, and he started weeping and weeping, just crying profusely. And you could hear it, his voice shaking like anything. And as he was crying and just exposing his heart in separation,
Sorry.
he was becoming choked and he was weeping. And everybody was just astonished. And it was as quiet as it is now. So it's quiet for about 1,000 Vaishnavas. And everyone was just astonished, waiting and watching and trying to somehow come close to Gurudev's mood here at Radhakund. And at that time, one devotee lady, Bengali lady, just went and started like just acting out, like she was feeling what Gurudev was feeling. And it broke Gurudev's mood. And then he stopped, he wiped his tears, and he became so heavy and so stern. And we saw that this is important. It was such a teaching lesson. First of all, when Sri Guru was showing actually his moods of separation, we shouldn't presume to trespass, that we're on that level that we can weep like they weep. It's better to remain at a humble distance and be very, very cautious and careful. And so when we come here, this is that impression that entered our heart. We're going to go now to the Bhajan Kutir of Samadhi of Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī, where he did bhajan, where he gave Harikatha for 3 hours a day, every day. This place is so surcharged, but we're like trespassers here. I think I'm his body, and I think Sudevi is going to Radhakund. I don't realize that I am Atma, and I am Nitya Krishna Das. And so it's very, very important to us. And this lesson that Gurudev gave, don't come here and trespass. Don't move one leaf. Leave everything as it is and honor all very, very sincerely and carefully. We don't actually have the adhikar, the qualification to be in this place. Even Krishna himself is begging to come to this most extraordinary of extraordinary places in the entire 3 worlds. He begs for darshan of this queen. And here we are. So we should know that we are completely and utterly under the shelter of Gurudev. He's our shelter, and Guru Nishta is our platform, is our foundation. Guru Nishta is the backbone of bhakti. Without a backbone, you can have a body, but you can't get up and walk and run on the path of bhakti. So the fact that we are here is by the mercy of our Gurudev, but this lesson was very clear. We are not on the same level. And when we tried, immediately Gurudev's mood broke. And all inauspiciousness, because all thousands of eyes looked at that devotee, not with blessings. They were like, what did you do? You disturbed Gurudev. And it disturbed the mood that all of us were trying to come close to. So we approach with the most gravity Śrī Radhakund and Śrī Raghunathas Goswāmī, Śrī Shyamakund. This is not like going to even Nandagaon or Varshana or the places in Vrindavan. Gurudev said 1 grain of sand in all of those places cannot know, that all of those places can't compare to even 1 grain of sand here at Radhakund. So we can just have an imagination there of how great, how astonishing, and how extraordinary of a place we've come, but also how careful we must tread here and not make ourselves seen as the trespassers we are.
So now we're going to do parikrama of Śrī Raghunathas Goswāmī Samadhi.
Sorry, dear devotees. Now? You don't want to go outside? Okay. So, that picture that we just saw is something very extraordinary. We say it a lot here, but everything here is extraordinary, isn't it? So, oh, we have to cross. Uh-oh. Yeah. Sorry. So, that picture was of Raghunath Das Goswami, and two lions were walking past. Does anyone need any neck beads?
Japa beads, neck beads.
Look at this. Tulsi everywhere. So, there was Raghunath Das Goswami with two lions, and then you saw Krishna on the side there. And then on the other side you saw Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad watching. What happened was Raghunath Das Goswami was so absorbed in his bhajan that he didn't worry about making any bhajan kutir, any little hut to stay in. He was only immersed in chanting the holy names and witnessing Krishna's Leela. So one day Sanatana Goswami Pad came to see him. He would speak Harikatha actually for about 3 hours every day. He would speak about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he was there in Jagannath Puri under the guidance of Swarup Damodar. So he would speak about the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was here. So many were here and hearing this. So he was chanting his Harinam, immersed in the Leelas of Radha and Krishna. And he didn't even notice these man-eating beasts walking past him. They went to Radhakund, they drank some water and they left. But Sanatana Goswami Pad saw, and he gently admonished him. He said, because he had the darshan of Krishna actually protecting him from those wild animals. And what happened? He went to him, to Śrīla Sanātana Gosvāmī, went to Raghunath Das Goswami and said, you shouldn't make Krishna have to go out of his way to protect you. You should build a bhajan kutir. You should have a very small place with which you can do bhajan safely. So Krishna himself doesn't have to stand here and care for you. So we know that this also happened with Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami at Ter Kadamba, and also here at Govardhan. When Sanatana Goswami Pad was elderly, he was doing parikrama, and he became so hot in the hot sun, and he was sweating, so he sat down. And Krishna came and held his pitambar, his yellow cloth, over Sanatana Gosvāmī, and with one end began to fan him, and the other end, well, watch out, was so I thought, you know, it's a very important thing that's the main picture that they have there, that this lesson, that, you know, we have this intelligence, and we've been given this intelligence by Krishna, and that we should use it and not make Krishna have to go out of his way to protect us and look after us. We're not without a brain, we're not without thinking facility and capacity. So it's a very good lesson for us. If we see that there's danger, we shouldn't try to make Krishna prove himself to protect us. Although that wasn't the mood of Das Goswami. Sometimes our mood is this. We know that Krishna has given us intelligence. We know that there's danger around us. But if we don't take precaution and we're not careful with these valuable human forms of life, then it's like daring Krishna that you should do this, you should take care of me. And who are we to do such a thing? Are we immersed in his Leela to such an extent, like Raghunath Das Goswami? So we have to take care. These lessons are also for us. For him it was a different lesson, that he was so absorbed that Krishna had to come and take care. And Srimati Radhika also would do that. But for us, it's like we should use our brains, our God-given intelligence that the Lord has bestowed upon us, and not make Guru and Krishna have to go out of their way for us. Look at this beautiful Vaishnava there.
So we've come to this very, very special place, Śrī Lalita Kunda. There's a lot of people around me, so I'm going to keep my mask on.
Do you want to go over there? Why don't we go? Yeah, sit down. We're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna see Thakurji really quick, and then, but you know it's getting dark.
Filming, I'll be talking. So this place is known as Śrī Lalita Kunda. Very powerful place. These kundas are considered non-different from the personalities who they are named after. So Radha Kund is actually liquid Srimati Radhika. Shyama Kund is liquid premified Shyama Sundar Krishna. And Lalita Kund is liquid premified Śrī Lalita premified. So what's the speciality of Srimati Lalita?
Prabhupada.
Yes, we hear Prabhupada chanting somewhere.
Okay.
He attracts and bewilders our minds, and we can't think of anything else when we hear him.
Sit here.
You can show. So, I'm going to chant one prayer. Yang kamapi vrajukule vrishabhanujaya prekshasva pakshapadavim anurudhyamanam sadyastarishtagatane kritartayantim devim gunai sulalitam lalitam namami. So Srila Gurudev would tell us that Srimati Lalita Sakhi, although she is senior to Radha and Krishna, and because of this, she has a mood which is very, how do you say? She is the embodiment of Bhamya Bhav. So she is like the coach of Srimati Radhika. Whatever you do, do not give in to whatever Krishna wants. Always play hard to get. Why? Because she understands that if something is difficult to attain, then that thing is considered more valuable. Right? It's easy to buy potatoes, but if you want a diamond, then you value it more. Potatoes, you can throw them away, cut them up, give them to the cows, but a diamond you'll be very careful with. So Srimati Lalita Sakhi is always coaching Srimati Radhika that you should, whatever you do, don't give in to Krishna easily. Always play hard to get. Remember, these are the divine pastimes of the divine couple. Everything about Radha and Krishna is transcendental. And so Srimati Radhika also follows her instructions, and even Krishna is a bit concerned with Lalita Sakhi because she's so strong. So we take shelter of Lalita Sakhi. We pray to come under her guidance in her group and under the guidance of her primary maidservant, who is
Śrī Manjari.
Yes. So our prayer is Radha Dasyam, servitude of Srimati Radhika in the gun of Lalita Sakhi, the group of Lalita Sakhi under the guidance of Śrī Manjari. So her mood is such that if anyone has any affiliation to serve Srimati Radhika, she will come with a pen and paper in hand and say, if you want to worship her, then I will enter your name in my register. So we pray to Srimati Lalita Devi, Devim Gunai Sulalitam Lalitam Namami. Please be merciful to me and enter me into the registry of potential maidservants of Srimati Radhika. Srimati Lalita Sakhi ki
Jai. Okay, now I don't think we should speak at Chaitanya Baitak. I think you should do it at Radhakund and Shamakund.
There's not so many people, so it'll be.
But we're going to go to Chaitanya Baitak to show you the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and sat when he came to Radhakund. So we will do it quite fast so that we can get to Radhakund and Shamakund in a timely manner. Do I go this way? Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe.
This place is known as Venu Koop. Here in this place, Krishna dug this well with his flute to satisfy the gopis. So Venu Koop means a well made with his flute. Bolo Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe.
Bolo Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe
Radhe Jai 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 Shri Radhe.
Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe Radha Radha Radhe 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 Jai 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 Shri Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe Jai 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 Shri Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe Jai 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 Shri Radhe
O Radha Rani ki jai Mahārāni ki jai
Radha Rani ki jai Mahārāni ki jai
Radha Rani ki jai Mahārāni ki jai
Radha Rani ki jai Mahārāni ki jai Radha Rani ki jai Mahārāni ki jai Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaurahari Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaurahari Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaurahari Nadia Bihari Jai Gaurahari Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaurahari Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaurahari One more. Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaurahari Jai Ho Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Gaurahari Sachinandana Jaya Gaurahari
Nandana Gaurahari
Ki Jai.
So this place is known as Mahaprabhu Baitak. This is the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sachinandan Gaurahari, well, when he found Radhakund and Shyamakund, he was so overwhelmed in ecstasy that he fainted in this place underneath the tamal tree which was present at that time. So, of course, we know that Mahaprabhu rediscovered these transcendental places, but we'll speak about that more when we go to the conjunction between Radhakund and Shyamakund.
Radhe Radhe Baba. Jai Shri Radhe. Okay, we can't stay long here. Usually Kishori speaks for quite some time here, but it's time to go over there. Also, we want to do the devotees' hearts offering there, as well as our ashtakams and other ashtakams, Radhakundashtakam, Shyamakundashtakam, like that. So we can't take too much time. If you hear that, those are parrots. Parrots are everywhere.
Braj Mandal
Jai Ho.
Radhe Shyama Shyama
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe
Raja Jana Manasukakari Radhe Shama Shama Shama
Radhe Shyama 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 Radhe Shyam Shyama Shyama Radhe
Shama 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 Radhe Sham Shama Shama Radhe Radhe Raja Jana Manasukakari Radhe Shama 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 I just want to show you everything. It's just Makarakrita kundala kalavaijantima Radhe charananukura rasala Radhe Shama Shama
Radhe Rajajanamana Sukakari Radhe Shama Shama
Radhe Vrajajanamana Sukakari Radhe Shama 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 Sundaravadana Kamala Jalalochana Kankachita Vanahari Radhe Mohana Vamshi Vihari Radhe Shama Shama Shama
Hare Krishna, Pushpanjali, Radha Pushyampur. Hare Krishna, Pushpanjali.
Vrindavan mein denu charave Gopi jana manohari Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Radhe Hariva Masha
Radhe Rajajanamana Sukakari Radhe
Radhe Vrajajana Sukakari Radhe Shama Shama Shama
Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam
Radhe Sham 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 Radhe Vrajajanamana Sukakari Radhe Shama 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 Riva
Shri Radha Kund ki
Jai.
Sudevi is going to take Achman on behalf of all of you here. Hare Krishna. Haribo, Shri Radha Kund ki jai.
Yes.
Yes.
फलों के नहीं पिछली बार जब तुम हम आगे पीछे नहीं हो गए थे तो तुमने ध्यान नहीं दिया था क्या मैं
So here we are at Śrī Radha Kund.
The most sacred of all sacred holy places. Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī Pad has written in Śrī Upadeshamrita. Radhe Radhe. I don't think he wrote Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
He's our friend from Radharaman. Radhe Radhe.
He's from Radharaman Mandir.
Vaikuntaj Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasotsavat Vrindaranyamudara Ravanat Tatrapi Govardhana Radha Kundamihapi Gokulapate Premamrita Plavana Kuryad Asya Virajato Giritate Sevam Viveki Nakaha. So Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī, he is our
ये सारे किसने दिया? बाद में
Śrīla Rupa Gosvāmī Pad is our everything. He is the goal of all of our seva, our puja, and everything. And he himself is telling what he wants us to do. He's telling what is our highest goal, our aspiration. More than Vaikuntha, the concentration of transcendental ecstasy can be found in Madhurapuri, Madhupuri, Tatrapi Rasotsavad Vrindaranyam. More concentrated transcendental ecstasy than that is found in Vrindavan, because there Krishna performed Rasa Lila. But in that Rasa Lila, it was all gopis of all moods, including the Vipaksha, Svapaksha, Tatastha, and Suhrid gopis. Means even those gopis who are on the camp which is opposite to Srimati Radhika's. So more than that, then Tatrapi Govardhana. Why? Because Krishna lifted Govardhan on the little finger of his left hand and nourished all Brajavasis, but so many wonderful pastimes are taking place at Govardhan. Pramada Mandana Leela Kandare Kandarete Rachayati Nabayunor Dvanvamasmin Namandam Itikela Kalanartam Lagna Kastadvayorme Nijanikata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanatvam. So, within all of the beautiful caves of Govardhan, very intimate, sweet pastimes are taking place that only the gopis and Krishna can experience. And these are the Svapaksha gopis of Srimati Radhika. But in all of Govardhan, the highest, most celebrated, most glorious place, which is also, according to all Shastras, all revealed scriptures, says that of all great personalities, Srimati Radhika is the topmost beloved of Krishna and is Krishna's everything. And just as she is so near and dear to Krishna, similarly her Kunda, Śrī Radha Kunda, is equally dear to Krishna. So this Kunda is nothing ordinary. This is the form of the liquid prem of Srimati Radhika, her love and affection for Krishna.
We should go to Shamakund before it gets dark and then come back
And then we'll sing our ashtakams.
I want to offer everybody before it's dark and then we'll just...
Well, the lights will be here, so
Okay.
we can still offer you in the dark if you don't mind. So now
right.
we're going to go to Shyamakund when it's still light enough and we
And
can
then
sing.
we'll return to Radha Kund.
Okay. Chalo. Śrī Radha Kunda ki.
Ki Jai. Gurudev used to stand right over here and he used to do sankalpa in prayers and show us how to pray at these places. And what we can remember that our Gurudev told, we'll also try to speak about and pray those prayers here. So, Kishori, he wants us to keep within a parikrama. It's good. Very good. See, that's why you need the Brahmin Pundits here. We could make so many mistakes. See, look. It's Govardhan. Look at... Okay.
You're going to go down further that way?
I think so. Can we?
Yeah, it's much easier to get. Oh.
Oh no, it's not as easy.
You have to go a little further down, no? Oh,
I think we could do it here. Be careful. Right here. Very dangerous.
Watch your step there.
Okay. So now we've come,
There's a lower step here.
yes, to Shamakund. We'll offer our pranam. That's for you. So we spoke about Radhakund and Shyamakund when we went to Belvan, about how Krishna killed Haristasur. And because he was in the form of a bull, Srimati Radhika and the gopis said, "You are impure, you cannot touch us." And so he called all of the holy rivers here. The gopis said, "That's the only way you can attain us and cleanliness, your sin from killing Dharma, the bull." So instead of leaving Vrindavan, Krishna placed his foot very deeply here with the weight of that consequence. And this beautiful Kund was established. He called all of the holy tirthas in the entire world to come and reside here. It is said that there are some trees. Śrī Raghunath Das Goswāmī wanted to build a Kund here and also at Radhakund. So anyway, as he was doing it, did you want to say it? Oh, okay. Kishori wants to.
Keep filming.
Oh, okay.
So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place because after the time that Vajranabh had established the original kundas, Radhakund, Shyamakund, then after some time it became lost. Actually before that, even from the time that Krishna was here, it became lost, and Vajranabh came and re-established Radhakund, Shyamakund. Again it became lost, and even though so many of the Goswamis came here, Bhugarbha Goswami, Lokanath Goswami, so many had come to this place because Mahaprabhu had ordered them that they should come to the holy place, to Vrindavan, and rediscover all of the pastime places in Vrindavan. But Radhakund and Shyamakund were reserved. No one was able to find them. They were reserved for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu alone. Who is Mahaprabhu? Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. He's non-different from Radha and Krishna. Really, he's Krishna himself, tasting the bhavs of Srimati Radhika, the moods of love and affection that she has for Krishna. So Radha Bhava Dyuti Suvalitam, and by that he's manifesting her complexion. Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam, Dandavad Pranam.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Anup Krishna
Anup
Prabhu
Krishna
ki jai.
has joined us here.
So, what a beautiful place to meet us. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Imagine meeting your friends at Shyamakund and Radhakund.
Your little friend.
Yes, he was taking your place, but he decided to stay also.
Shalom.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place, and he was asking everyone, do you know of any kunda, any Radhakund, Shyamakund? And there was just some old persons who were residing here, old Brajabasis. And they said, you know, there's no kunda, but there are some fields that have some, like swamp fields. And one is known as Kalikate, and the other one is known as?
Gauri.
Kalikate and Gaurikate. Means black field, and the other one is known as golden field. Mahaprabhu knew intrinsically that this is Radhakund and Shyamakund. So he came to these places and he took bath in the holy Radhakund and Shyamakund and was feeling immense transcendental ecstasy. So he rediscovered these holy places. Much later, Raghunath Das Goswami was here. Not that much later, because he's also contemporary of Mahaprabhu. And he was doing bhajan here at Śrī Radhakund and Shyamakund. When he was doing bhajan here, he had a desire to excavate these holy places. So having this desire to excavate them, then he began thinking, why am I desiring to improve upon perfection? It is already perfect. And he began condemning himself. But that very same day, or that next day, someone from Badrinath had come. And they said that they were sent by Bhagavan
Nārāyaṇa
himself to instruct and also to help donate for, they were on pilgrimage at the time, to help donate for the excavation of Radhakund and Shyamakund. So then Raghunath Das Goswami accepted it, that this is the will of the Lord, that this place should be made in such a way. So he began excavating Śrī Radhakund. Very easily he made a beautiful square kunda. And this is symptomatic of the nature of Srimati Radhika. She's very simple, very one-pointed, exclusively focused on Krishna. She has no other thought, no other desire. One-pointed, ekanishta, devotion to Sri Shyamasundar Krishna. As Raghunath Das Goswami was excavating Sri Shyamakund, he took a nap in the afternoon, and what happened? He had a dream. In that dream, the 5 Pandavas along with Draupadi came to him and said, we are here on the banks of Shyamakund. We have been doing austerities in the form of trees. This is why we don't break the trees. This is why we don't rip the leaves off the trees. We don't know who these trees are, what kind of great personalities they are, that they are doing intense austerities here in Braj to attain the mercy, the shelter of Sri Radha and Krishna. So they requested Raghunath Das Goswami because they were planning to be cut down. But when they came and said, please don't cut us down, we are the 5 Pandavas and Draupadi doing austerities for to attain the mercy of Radhe Shyam. Then Raghunath Das Goswami instructed that they should not cut down these trees, and rather they will build Shyamakund in a crooked fashion, which is very similar to Krishna. Shyamam Tribhanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham. He's standing in a threefold bending form, very crooked, like him, his nature also, always tricky and crooked. So Shyamakund, as you can see clearly here, is definitely not square. It's, I don't know what angle, it looks actually like the shape of Krishna. It's crooked in many different places. So Raghunath Das Goswami established this, not established, but renovated these kundas. As Sudevi was telling before, she told how Krishna originally, he stomped his heel in this place. And from that, he called all of the holy tirthas from all over. And they came one by one, offered pranam, and then took their forms as these lakes and rivers and filled up Krishna's kunda. Do you want to continue telling where you were before? So, at that time, Srimati Radhika and the gopis, they were next to Krishna, and Krishna was telling them, okay, so you have accused me of doing something adharmic. You wanted me to bathe in all of the holy places, but you knew in advance that this bull, Aristasur, he was a demon, and you sided with the demon. For that, you have committed some simple activity, and now you must atone because you have told some untruth in siding with a demon.
Also, Aristasur represents like false prophets, false teaching, whether it's Mayavad or whether it's those in the garb of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, professing something that is different, professing something that is duplicitous. So it looks like the bull, but it's actually a demon. So in the same way, for us, this Aristasur represents duplicity and teachings like Mayavadism or any kind of cheating done in the name of the pure thing. It's adulteration.
Yes. Śrīmad Bhagavatam from the outset completely rejects all kinds of cheating forms of religion. In the second verse it says, Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo. It completely rejects all kinds of cheating religion and establishes Bhagavat Dharma, or divine loving service to Krishna, as the highest truth. And in that also, we find that Śrīmad Bhagavatam tells us that anything which is opposed to our developing devotion for Krishna, this is fit to be rejected. If it is our guru, if it is our mother, our father, our husband, our friends, our family, anyone in any position of authority who tries to turn us away from the service of Krishna, or does not turn us toward the service of Krishna, but rather turns us toward Maya, who cannot save us from the path which leads to death, they are not fit to be in those positions. Actually, they are fit to be rejected. So Aristasur represents all of these kinds of cheating teachers, cheating gurus, and cheating philosophies, cheating religions. Why? Because he was a demon, but he came in the form of Dharma, the bull. So generally, you give so much honor and respect to the bull, and in this case, Krishna had to kill him. This Aristasura, he was so massive. It is said that his head was up to the clouds, and the gopis were running in fear in all directions, just hearing that he was present, running to all of the different trees, the tamal trees, the dark trees which resembled Shyamasundar Krishna, and they were taking shelter of those trees, embracing those trees, thinking it is Krishna. So this kund, this is Krishna's own kund. Do you want to tell about how Radha Kund came when we go back over to Radha Kund?
Sure. Oh, watch out, watch out. Yeah, we should do our ashtakams and readings over there. Oh, okay. Devotees, I think that we're going to do Namami Nandanandana here because this is Krishna's Kund. So if Jiva Pavana Prabhu.
It's page 289. Sucharuvakramandalam sukanaratnakundalam
suchachitanga chandanam namami nandanandanam Ranetra pankajam shikishikandamudajam ananga koti mohanam namami nandanandanam sikagramoptikam swachandradanta panktikam navambudangachikanam namami nandanandanam karena venuranjitam pratikariindraganjitam dukulapita shobhanam namami nandanandanam adeha sundaram nakadyuti sudhakaram amulya ratna bhushanam namami nandanandanam Rasorabamuro virajikoshtuvam Spuratchiva salanchanam namami nandanandanam Vanasunagaram vilasanugavasasam Surendra garbhamochanam namami nandanandanam Ganasunayakam sada sukha pradayakam Jaganmana pralobhanam namami nandanandanam Danashtakam patityashadhayandita Taret bhavadim dustaram labetadam vidumakam Namami nandanandanam Namami nandanandanam Namami nandanandanam Namami nandanandanam Namami nandanandanam Namami nandanandanam Shri Shamakun ki jai.
Prarthana here.
Oh, so one of the prayers
Radhe Radhe.
So one of the prayers that our Gurudev would tell us that we should say here, he said, if Krishna himself were to stand in front of you, that there is only one prayer that you should tell him. And when we would come here, this is what the prayer was. If Jiva Pavana Prabhu, you could bring up Śrī Radha Prarthana.
It starts with Kripayati Yadi Radha. Śrī Radha Prarthana.
I want to wait till Jiva Pavana Prabhu can get it. So it starts with Kripayati Yadi Radha.
Śrī Radha Prarthana.
Śrī Radha Prarthana, and this is the prayer that Gurudev said. If Krishna himself were to stand in front of you, he's so tricky. You have to be so careful what you aspire for, what you pray for. So he said, I'm giving you the prayer that you address him with.
Because he will try to give you 1,000 or 1,000,001 other things. So you have to be very specific with Krishna. And really, when Krishna comes, we should always be under the guidance of sadhus so that we don't get tricked. Otherwise, very easily he can trick us.
So should we do it?
Yeah, 1 second. Okay.
So it's page 278.
Yes. Kripayati
Yati Adiradha Badita Shesha Badha Kima Paravashishtam Pushti Maryadayorme Yadi Vadati Chakinchit Smeraha Soditar Shri Dvijavaramani Pankya Mukti Shuktya Tadakim Shyama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Smerahasa Murali Manohara Radhika Rasikamang Kripanidhe Svapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Prananata Vrishabhanu Nandini Shri Mukhabja Rasalola Satpada Radhika Padatale कृतास्थितिं त्वं भजामि रसिकेन्द्रशेखर संविधाय दशनेत्रिणं विभो प्रार्थये व्रजमधीन्द्रनन्दन अश्रुमोहना तवतिवल्लभ जन्म जन्मनि मदीश्वरी प्रिया जन्म जन्मनि मदीश्वरी प्रिया. If Srimati Radhika is merciful to me, then unlimited obstacles to my devotion will be removed. There will be nothing superior for me to attain, because I will have received the excellence offered by the paths of both Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something sweet, oh, it jumped up. While smiling gently, thereby revealing the brilliance of the rows of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shama Sundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose murali flute enchants the mind, and who are most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a kinkari, a maidservant at the feet of your beloved. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Mahārāja, and you are like a bee, always eager to taste the nectar of her lotus-like face. O Rasika Shekhara, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, who enchants the minds of all. Taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Śrī Radha be my dear, worshipful goddess, birth after birth. So now we will go to Radha Kund.
Jai Shri Shyam Sundar Krishna ki
Jai.
Jai. Radha Kunda Tata. Drop your chadar in the water.
Well, that's always auspicious. Can you look at who's here? Radhe Radhe. My chadar was dipped in Shamakund. Now I have to go dip it in Radha Kund. Kunja Kutira Govardhana Parvata Jamuna Tira
Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Govardhana Parvata Jamuna Tira
Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira Govardhana Parvata Jamuna Tira. Hey! Jaya Radha Kunda, Jaya Radha Kunda, Radha Kunda, Jaya Radha Kunda. We should go over there where it's quiet. Jaya Radha Kunda, Jaya Radha, or over there where it will be quiet.
And over there.
Jaya Radha Kunda. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Śrī Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Śrī Radhe. एक मिनट
देगी देगी सबको देगी
बस बस So now we have returned to the supremely blissful Radha Kund. Will you hold this for a moment?
Sure. So Jiva Pavana Prabhu, please post Radha Kripakataksha Stavaraja. Means Munindra Vrinda Vandite, also Radha Kundashtakam. You have it?
So before, he already posted it. I just want to finish a little of the katha. So afterwards, after Shamakun was dug and all of the holy tirthas entered there, Krishna told the gopis, but you guys sided with a demon knowingly. So now you guys are impure. Now what are you going to do? So Krishna said, you can actually bathe in my kund. It's no problem. I'll allow it. The gopis said, we don't want to bathe in your kund. We don't want it. You've already bathed there and you have sin all over you. So it's entered your kund. So they said, we'll make our own. They began to break their bangles, and as we spoke about at Shrivan, Belvan, what does it mean? These bangles are a sign of marriage, and it's showing that they will give up everything, all laja, all dharma, everything for the service of Krishna, the pure, as Srila Prabhupada would say, unalloyed, pure devotional service to Krishna. This is anya bilasita shunyam, jnana karma dhyanavritam, anukulyela krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttama. So they were showing this mood, and they were using their broken bangles to dig Sri Radha Kund. And then they went to Manasi Ganga, and they had a long line of gopis from Manasi Ganga to Radha Kund, and they were filling up their pots, all these beautiful clay pots, and passing them down and filling up this kund, but it was taking so long. Krishna went and petitioned Srimati Radhika, please let's not be separate. Please allow my kund to enter yours. And after petitioning and telling all of the holy tirthas to petition that they can also enter her kund, she finally gave them her permission. And all of the holy tirthas entered here as well. And there is a juncture there where is the meeting place of Radha and Krishna here at Radha Kund. And over there, I don't know if you can see, it's very dark now, but over there is Svananda Sukara Kunj. This is the place of Ananga Manjari, and it is the place of Janava Thakurani. There are so many beautiful pastimes which we are not qualified to be able to speak, but according to anyone's adhikar and according to mercy, maybe through chanting and through sambandha, these beautiful pastimes will manifest in our hearts. There are some daily pastimes that take place here, at least 5 hours every day. Radha and Krishna eternally come to Radha Kund and Shamakun. They play dice, they play hide and seek, and they have so many beautiful leelas here without any others to bother them. Surrounding Radha Kund are 8 Sakis kunds, and they're kunjas where they are guarding it. And on Krishna's side were 8 principal Priyanarmasaka kunds. But they know that Radha and Krishna cannot be happy if there is any male person around or anyone who is unqualified. So they gave their kunds into the hands of the 8 principal gopis. So guarding all around Radha Kund and Shamakun are guarded by the Ashtashakis, the 8 principal gopi, loving dear girlfriends of Srimati Radhika. And this is the most astonishingly highest place in the entire 3 universes. Krishna himself is praying to come here to Radhakund. He considers that the creepers here that are moving and blowing in the wind are non-different from Srimati Radhika, and he takes dancing lessons from her. If you read in Govinda Lilamrita, there's a beautiful pastime there where Vrinda comes to meet Srimati Radhika, and she says, "Where have you come from?" "Oh, I've just come from your kund, from Radha Kund, and I just saw Krishna there." Srimati Radhika said, "Oh, Krishna is there. What is he doing?" "Oh, he's learning how to dance." "He's learning to dance. Who is his teacher?" "You are, Sri Radhe." "Me? How am I his dance teacher? I'm here." And Sri Vrinda said that because every tree, every creeper, everything there is like an embodiment of her moods. Every gust of wind that is blowing through the trees and moving, Krishna is imitating their movements and learning how to dance. So Krishna says that Srimati Radhika is his guru, and he is her dancing pupil.
And now we will offer prayers to Śrī Radhakund, which is non-different from Srimati Radhika. Srila Gurudev explained that Śrī Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja Munindra Brinda Vandite. This is non-different. This is the sound form of Srimati Radhika. And so we're going to offer this prayer to Srimati Radhika.
I just need to put my chadar on. It's getting a little cold, and I have Shamakund all over my chadar.
I don't know if it's going to happen at this moment. There's an arti going on over there.
So then why don't I read names, and then we'll do the
We'll
arti.
read names during this arti, okay? So,
Okay, dear Vaishnavas, be prepared.
you can... Do you need light?
I just want to make sure that the sound is right next to me.
No, the mic is right here, so they'll hear you.
All right, so can you hear me? Can somebody tell me if they can hear me okay right now? Because if not, we can wait. I don't want to do this when you can't hear the offering of your hearts and your names to Śrī Mati Radhika.
They can hear you.
I want to wait till they say something. Okay.
Yes, she can hear.
All right. So in no particular order, I need a light.
You have the headlight?
Yeah. I'm sorry, devotees. I even brought incense and ghee wicks, and I have a whole thing prepared,
And
but
glasses?
it comes so late.
Flip the whole thing around.
Okay, so here I go, in no particular order, and please have patience.
It's upside down. Hold on. Let me
Show me. Sorry.
hold this.
I'm having a light problem.
Very light. Slight. Okay.
All right. So again, in no particular order. Keep it close to me. Jiva Pavana Prabhu, wife, children, departed parents and friends. Govinda Rupini Didi, Banki Bihari Prabhu and Keshav. Nandini Dayal Hari, his brother and families. Jnana Shakti Prabhu, Maharani, Krishna Prem and Manjari. Jamuna Prasad, Charumukhi, Kalindi and Agnes. Gopal Pomlin. Jane Allison, Jayanti, Gina, Hari Mohini, Sam, Rob, families and the Shermans.
Jayadev Jules.
Isha Thakurani, Yudhishthir, Yadava, Abhimanyu and family. Simona, Madhumati, Parshuram, Mohan, Srimati, Janardan and family. Subhadra, Sudam, Anantadas, Madhu Mangaldas, Sardu Sangha.
Namamrita, Simon, Kishori Radhe, Zen Kanu, Muralidhar, Ram Taylor.
I'm gonna read these first. It's easier. Mahavishnu, and family. Rupa Charan, Nimai, Nitai, Radhika, Mahalakshmi.
Dina Bandhu Das, Vienna.
But he's already on my list. Where was I?
Mahalakshmi, you ended with Mahalakshmi there.
Neti Sharma, Nandini, Renuka and family. Shri Vrinda, Madhu Mangal, Sunandana, Shama Sundar, Franz Prank, Bozi Prank, families, Nitya Manjari, Chakori Dasi, Quigley family, Harrison family, Norman Harrison, the Sutherland family, everyone in Srila Gurudev's Vaishnav study group, Amit Dandakar, Ajay Krishnadasan family, Manorama, Charu Krishna, Lavangalata, Gopal, Gopi, Sita, Prem, Beta, Walter Vedanta Sutra, Balaram and Janaki, Shashank Gupta and entire family, Rebecca Harty, Radha Priya, especially for Ethan, Mili and Mili Watson, Krishna Mai and Krishna Priya from France, Taruni Gopi and Bhishma and their family, Devaki Punya, their entire family and all of their friends, Balabhadra from UK, Miriam Mamata Mamuni and family, Keshav Priya, Gopinath, Madhu Kalindi, Yashoda Nandan and Mum Ruth, Lola Didi Canada, Nana, Nirmala, Amma, Sundar Gopal, Achintya Gora, Kate Mittig and family, Kalavati, Manoj, Vada and family, Lavangalata from China, Komal Dasi, Shashikala, Vishaka,
Yue.
Hari Priya and family, Susmita, Satyabhama, Yashoda, Zhang Zhuji.
Shamapriya Devidasi and family.
Braj Kishore, Brazil. Krishna Kripa from Brazil. Rakdambar and Ratnavali and family. Jamuna, George, Jayan and Bhakti. Raghava, Banumati, Radha Madhav, family, especially mom and all the animals. Champak Dasi and all the animals in the entire world. Sachi Amy Martin and family. Madhava Guna Norton and entire family. Nitai Anuradha Rupa Sanatan Stein and family. Janardan Das Anudas, who gave Krishna's flute. Tarulata and family from Hong Kong. Nama Tyler and family. Taylor.
Miguel from Vilnius.
Hari Priya, Chandrakanta, Charu Chandrika and family. Fu Monica. Monica Warden, Manini Radha. Her sister especially. Mukunda Prabhu and family. Did you write him and his family somewhere
at the very
else?
bottom.
Oh, Mukunda Prabhu and his family. Premavati, Nayana and Mohini. Bhumipati, Induleka and entire family. Shama Sundar and Bimala. Sahadev and Shripad Madhav Maharaj.
Okay.
Radhika, Sham, Vraj and Rupa. Mani and Anupama.
Madhavi Dasi, Hong Kong, Nanda and Madhavi and family.
Where was I? Who did I do?
I don't know. You already did Bhumipati, Sahadev and Madhav.
Mani and Anupama. Shukananda Lilavati UK. Jai Shri and family UK. Draupadi UK. Vrinda, Jayadev, Jiva, Kamala, Bhadra, Dhruva, Bela and entire New Zealand family. Lalit Lars the pirate.
Meena and Praveen Raniga, Brisbane.
N. Barani, Shing, Shu, Ting. Nimai Chaitanya and family in Boston. Shanti Shamapriya Jan and family. Madhu Achyuta Priya in Bath. Jana Rojas, how do you say? Chandravanti Didi. Yogamaya Krishna Kanta Keshava in Hari Mills. Binodini Sharma and family. Narasingha Sylvester, Vanessa Bhakti Manjari. Swastika and Amarendra Prabhu. Malini Turner and Goranga and family. Bernard Mewisin, Vasudev, Belgium. David Warren and Jai Govinda and family. Tulsi in Italy and family. Kamala Lynn Todd, Husband, Dev and family. Daughter, Jadarani, and I think son is Jayadev. Abir Dev Nath and family. Radhika Kulananda and Radhika. Rekha Dasi and family. Lavanga Manjari and Ambarish Prabhu. Gopa Frank. Sarva Matthew McGovern. Susan Moon. Govi Tyler and family.
Sarva wanted us to do also for all the devotees in Avalon.
All the devotees in Avalon. Indulekha Simpson and family. Raghunath Prabhu Miami. Radha Priya Mofet and family. Yogini Dhruv Mother Narayani. Divya Pushpadanta, Sham Esther and their family. Kamala and her family in Jai. Janaka Rishi Maxwell. Snigdha from Russia. Parameshwari Prabhu and family.
All Hong Kong and Chinese devotees. Thank you.
Lakshmi Devi Dasi. Radharaman Prabhu Astasaki Dulali and family. Mahalakshmi Devi Dasi. Larli Giri. Madhuri Fremont and family. Manmohini and Manohar Prabhu from Austria. Gayatri Swarup Damodar in Russia with Ari Mardan and Kamala Dasi. Vasudam Das BRS and family. Swapnil Tikale Sadhananda Prabhu and family. Gopali and family UK. Rika Prajapati and family. Raghavendru Rasangi Maitreya and family. Lavanga Alex Oliver Manvati and family. Kunjeshwari Didi and Mahaprabhu Das. Amrita Mohan Ishan Deha. Amrita Mohana Ishan Deya Chandra. Harigana. Krishnamayi and Pani Bhushan and family. KD Krishna Dasi and children. Ina and Suresh from UK. Dilip and family UK. Jagat Mohini Sham Gopi, Loka Sundari and Haridas in Wales. Devi Dasi Ramya, Santosh who's 14, Satya Govinda 8, Shayani 2. Nandu, Vaishnavi, girls and the entire Joshi family. Gopali Emenegar from Switzerland. Krishna Chandra Prabhu and the entire Anandadam Basis in Switzerland. Charu Chandrika, friends, family in Guru Parampara. Chandrika Jagannath Prasad. Tamal Krishna Nilamani Dasi. Kunjeshwari and Madhuri Didi and family. Braj Kishore Das Bimal and family. Karuna Beckham and family. Madhav Das. Damodar Pandit Das and 2 daughters. Hari Bhajan Das. Madan Mohan Malini Mohini and Madhavi.
Madhavi Sevadasi Glastonbury.
Kirtida Dasi and family.
Divya Prem Das Vienna and Ramanareti Das.
Manjulali Manjari Ananga Manjari Yadava. Lakshmi Devi Dasi. Lalita Sundari and Vakeshwar Van Winkle.
Paul Coggins. Boston.
Sachi Sutta, Radhe, Leela Kirtan, Hari Priya Singh, and especially for her father and her mother who passed. Indumati, Madan Mohan, Brazil. Caitlin Krishnapriya Dasi, Bruce Izzy and family. Shashikala Didi Gopinath Bhavan, Krishnapriya Mataji, Madan Lal and family, LV Yogi, Gaur Gopal Das, Malati Ireland, Damodar Priya and entire family. Lalit Kishori in Wales, Sulata Gopinath Bhavan.
Ananga Mohan Prabhu and Jamuna Dasi and family.
Sundari Kirtan Devi Dasi, who is otherwise known as Sumati. Ju Li Anna, Jose Orlando Alovera, Rukmini Raghubir and family, Anup Krishna and Sudevi, Vishaka Dasi from Australia, and Chandrakala and... Which Chandrakala's husband? Mathuranath. Sorry. Krishna Das and Sudevi, Australia. Saheli and Ruchi Dutt. Jamuna Johnson and family. This is part of Devaki's family. So them and their whole family. Achyuta Krishna Das and family. Sita Ram Madhav and family from Brazil. Madhavi. Dina Bandhu Das and family. Meena Zala and family.
Nandagopa Das, late Priya Saki Dasi, Krishna Virya, Bhuvan Nath and children, Damara Krishna Janava Sundari, and all Vilavarshana devotees in Spain.
Karnamrita Das Prabhu, who has cancer. Chaitanya Shakti and Hari Das Prabhu. Mohini Melody Lack from Perth. Connie Finchman, Leah, David Aaron, Nityananda, Raseshwari Radhika. Pranavalabha, Karunamayi, Krishna Das, Rasik Das. Yogamaya Dasi, Chaitanya, Vrindavan, Radhakund, and families. We're almost done. 2 more pages, dear devotees. Vidyadhari Dasi, Gita Kamalavati Ambika in Thal, Nakula and Rasapriya and family, Radhanath Anapaini and family, Krishna Das, Vani and family, Rup Vilas, Komal Kumari, Jagat Purush, Chinmayi, Kriti Raj, Hari Puja, Rag Leka and family, and Zach.
Sukanto Das and family from Vrindavan.
Ranganayaki, Dhrumakesh, Govinda, Raghunandini, Charu Dasi, Parameshwari and family, Ram Prasad Goswami from Vrindavan, Anuradha Devi Dasi from Rotterdam, Anandini Jagannath, Jai Govinda from Finland, Sundar Gopal and Mohini, Prabhanu, Panchajani, Kalindi and family, Danishta Lalit Kishore, Bola, Sinclair, New Zealand, Rasaraj and Krishna Kanta from Eugene, Delfri Piziano, my heart, Uma Didi and Vrindavan Vilasini Didi, Krishodari Bilba Mango Prabhu and family from New Zealand, Damayanti Sham Mohan Damodar Raman K from Singapore, Gauri Didi Mohan Rasikendra Das, Sarangi Radhika, Madhavi and Sadbuj and family, Madhavi D. Roy and family, Kalimba and Radhanath Prabhu, Jean Prem and Raghu,
Jagaratri.
Rukmini, Devi Dasi and Kanaya, Manimati France, Chloe Chandraka Devi Dasi, Lalita Dasi from Switzerland. Last page. Ed Rubens, Anjali, Felipe Santos, Champaklata Prang Kishore Prabhu, Anuradha Kishori and Lakshman and family, Damodarid and Suchitra, Rab Rohini, Dulal and family, Laili Hao Lilavati family, Sobra Malhotra, Nandini Aurora and family, Lalita Saki and Loka Guru, Kathy and Dharmada, Marsha Abraham, Shama Priya, Chiranjeev Prabhu, Vishnu Priya Boyd and family, Markanda Fitch, Persasya Swarup and family, Bill Novotny and family, Kamala Shashikala Vishaka Hari Priya and Yashoda from China, Purnamasi and family from Ranchi, Laura Zarate Lalita Sakhi.
Surati Dasi from UK and Charu Chandrika from France.
I just did them. Adrian Matthews and family, Joe Gennaro, Shanaka and Ramani Shiromani, Shubha Metra and family, Vishnu Pada Mukherjee and family. I can't say this name.
Marlia Correa and family. Once again. Krishna Vallabha, Radha Vallabha and family in Florida. Shyamali and Nayana.
Hemangi Dasi and family, Madhavendra Puri Prabhu and family, Chandrika Didi, Chandrakala Haywards, Heath, Vidyadhari London, Kamala Didi Brighton, Narayani in Wales, Sarvesh Fari and Madhu Vrat, Anuradha Didi Brighton, Anuradha Didi Glastonbury, and all her family, past, present, and future, all dear devotees, past, present, and future, all birds and creatures in the world, Madhu Smita Didi Wales, Nikunja Vilasini Wales, all ISKCON devotees, past, present, and future, and
Dain Yarnava Das and family, and all devotees from all over the world, and also all who have not yet realized that they are devotees, all Krishna Das and Krishna Dasi, Radhika Dasi from all over the world, we are offering you into Śrī Radha Kunda.
I'm hoping here it is. So for Namami Shvaram,
Munindra Vindavandite.
yeah, I'm just getting the lamp ready.
So now, Tulsi.
I already did Tulsi.
Yeah, but we didn't do Nimai and Kirtan.
Nimai and Kirtan, but I did you and your family, Tulsi,
Okay,
always.
Nimai and Kirtan are now drowned in Śrī Radha Kund.
Okay, so I'm just getting everything ready so that we can offer our ghee lamp.
So now we will sing Śrī Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja Munindra Vrinda Vandite, praying at Śrī Radha Kund for the mercy of Srimati Radhika.
So if we can put up Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja, maybe he already did. If you look under Jamuna Dasi, I think we offered her, didn't we?
I don't know.
Jamuna Dasi, we're
Yes, we
offering
did.
you. We did offer you.
Maybe a couple of times.
Okay, so now look for Jiva Pavana Prabhu for the words to Radha Kripa Kataksha
Please post it
Stavaraj.
again.
Krishna Priya Mataji, I offered you. I always offer you everywhere. Mulindra Vrindavandite Triloka Shokaharini Prasanna Vaktra Pankaje Nikunja Bhuvilasini Rajendra Bhanunandini Dino Romero and family, Anuradha and family from Lithuania. Kadisha Sihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Ashoka Vriksha Vallari Zach, we already offered you. Pravalla Valla Pallava Prabharunam Vikomale Parabhaya Spurat Kare Prabhuta Sampadalaye Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Ananga Mangala Prasanga Bhangura Bhruvam Savibhramam Sasambramam Triganta Banapatane Nirantaram Vashikrita Pratiti Nandanandane Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Tadit Suvarna Champaka Pradipta Coyote and Tiger and Manini Radha's mother Sylvia Warden. Vendu Nandani Chitra Chitra Sancharach Chakora Savalochane Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Madati Yovane Pramodamana Mandite Priyanuraga Ranjite Kalabilasa Pandite Ananya Dhanya Kunjaraja Kamakeli Kovide Valeria from Sardinia. Pakataksha Bhajanam Shahava Bhavadira Virahara Bhushite Prabhuta Shata Kumbha Kumbha Kumbhi Kumbha Shushkane Yashastra Mandahasya Chuna Punasokya Sagare Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Lavallari Tarangaranga Grasilia Sosa and Sons Chanavalokane Alonza Adri and Vivan Evans and family. Hanashite Kadakari Shasi Vrindavan and Sita in the UK. Jiva Goswami Das, who left his body in grief. Pat and Bob Black. Neshwari, Rameshwari, Kshameshwari, Damodarāṣṭakam, Brajeshwari, Brajadike, Śrī Radhike, Namostute, Vidima Madhubhutam, parents and sisters of Ramya Devi. Des De Vic, Nandini, Mulkonak and Ed, Ishani, Didi and Nimai Das, Mercy V. Helena. Nashanam Bhavetada Brajendra Sunu Mandala Praveshanam Padakari Shasihamam
You want to tell about this one?
After. The, so,
now we will sing Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam. Oh, it's broken.
it's okay, it still works.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I'm trying to keep this here. Not yet. I'm not.
Maybe you need more.
So, take 2 strips. One for me. Okay, so now we're going to do Jai Shri in Kalindi in Massachusetts. Kalinidi. Okay. So now we're doing Damodarāṣṭakam.
Okay, that's page 290 in the songbook or whatever Jiva Pavana Prabhu posts. Just follow Jiva Pavana Prabhu and you will find the bhajan. Ready? Namami Sharam Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamam Yashoda Vyoluka Ladhavama
And Nārāyaṇa.
Param
Vishtamatyam Tato Drutya Gopya Namami Sharam Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamalam
Rudan
Tamuhur Netra Yugam Rijantam Karam Bhoja Jugrena Shatankane Sakampa Da Sita Devadamo Daram Bhaktivedāntam Namami Sharam Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Mother Vidya, Mother Rupa, Pratima Bhogini, Mother Jeshta, and daughter Dharma and husband Mahavidya, who passed away this year. May Śrīmati Radhika take all of you and all of your hearts into her loving hands.
Varam
Deva Moha Pritam kuntalai snigha raktaischa gopya muhushtumitam bimba raktadaram manasya virashtam. Shamarupa and Shamali from Boston. Namami Shvaram Sachidananda Rupam. Lori Mays and David. Gokule Brajama. Mahavidya and his daughter Dharmada. I know Dharmada, yes. Dharananta Vishnu. Jamuna and her sister in Malvern and their kids. I already did that, but okay, I can do it again. Jamuna and all of her family. Drishti Vishtati Dinam Batanu Grihali Shamadam Idakshidishai Namami Sharam Sachidananda Rupam Lasakundalam Gokule Vrajamana Ratmajo Bada Murtaiva Yadva Vayavachita Bhakti Bhajo Kritocha Tatha Prema Bhakti Sakame Prayacha Namo Shri Damodarāṣṭakam Namami Sharam Sachidananda Rupam. Swarup Damodar and his extended family. Gokule Vrajamana
Namaste.
Sudane Spuradiptidane Tvadiyadarayata Vishvasya dhane Namo Radhikaye Tadiya Priyaye Namo Radhikaye Tadiya
Radha Kund Shyama Kund ki
For Marcos
jai.
Wandel's, for his mom, and for all the devotees in Berlin, and maybe for all people, for all jivas,
All over the entire
universe. Srila Bhaktivedānta Saraswati Thakur said, we will have to be prepared to expend 200 gallons of blood for each jiva in this world or universe. So we should be praying for every jiva, not just human beings, but every single jiva. And that's the amazing beauty of the devotees. Like Prahlad, he's saying, I will take the sins of everyone on myself and you can liberate them. So how extraordinarily merciful are the Vaishnavas. Devotee Didi wants to know if we can sing Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna. But we're gonna, for Ganga
Prasha
in Glastonbury. Okay. Jaya Didi. So now we're gonna actually sing Śrī Gandharva Samprarthanāṣṭakam.
Gandharva Samprarthanāṣṭakam. Glorifying Śrīmati Radhika.
Jai every blade of grass.
Jai every blade of grass.
So Śrī Gandharva Samprarthanāṣṭakam, it starts Vrindavane Viharator Ihakeli Kunje.
And in the songbook, it is page, it's hard to see, 275. 275.
I know, I think it's the holidays in places and also lockdown in different places. So how beautiful is it that you get to spend your morning or evening or afternoon at Govardhan and Radhakund and Shamakund for planet Earth. Yes, everyone needs Kripa.
So we're going to sing, it's like a mantra form, no drums, just all together. Page 7, Vrindavane Viharator Ihakeli Kunje.
Jiva Pavana Prabhu, if you could put that up, it starts Vrindavane Viharator.
Yes, and as we told you when we went to Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi, when we first came to Radhakund from the other side, Srila Gurudev was singing the second verse of this prayer, Ha Devi Ka Kubara, and his voice choked up, and he was singing about his voice choking up. Gadgadayadya Vacha means the voice, my voice is choking up. It's a prayer of complete, utter, desperate supplication to Śrīmati Radhika. She is our everything.
And we're only praying for the foot dust of the Rupanugas at this place, especially beginning with our Gurudev Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivedānta Bharati Maharaj, our Guru Varg. We take shelter of them as we sing these, and we pray that they hear these prayers and they take all of our names in their register. That Lalita Sakhi is sending Rupa Manjari and Raman Manjari out to go and to collect so many names of those who want to be enlisted in the service of Śrīmati Radhika. So here we're praying under their guidance. Please offer me at the feet of your beloved.
So first this one, we can do that one also later. Vrindavane Viharato Ihakeli Kunje Mata Dvipa Pravarako Tukabhidramena Sandarshaya Svayuvayor Vadanaravinda Vam Vam Videhi Mai Devi Kripam Prasida Ha Devi Kakubada Gadgadaya Dyavasha Yacheli Putya Bhuvidandavadu Vatarti Asya prasadam budhasya janasya kritva Gandharvike nijagane gananam videhi Shyame Ramaramana Sundarakavarishta.
offering you here.
Sundaryamohita samasta jagatjanasya Shyamasya vamabhujabaddhatanum kadaham Tvam indira niralarupabaram bhajami Tvam prachadena mudira chavina pidhaya
Jessica Franz Mays and husband.
Manjira mukta charanam chavidhaya devi Kunje vrajendra tanayena virajamane Naktam kada pramuditam abhisarayeshe Kunje prasuna kulakalpita kelitalpe Samvishtayor madhuranaram avilasa bhajo Lokatraya bharanayor charanam bhujani Sambhayishyati kada yuvayojanoyam Tvatkundarodhasi vilasa parishramena Svedam duchum vivadanam guruhashiyova Vrindavaneshwari kada tarmula bhajo Samvijayami chamari chaya chamarena Ninam nikunja kuhare bhavatim mukunde Chitraiva shuchitavati ruchirakshinaaham Bhugnam dhruvam narachayeti mrisharusham tvam Agre vrajendra tanayasya kadanureshe Vagyudha keli kutuke vrajarajasunam Jedvam madamati kada pavikashi jalpa Kulabhirani bhiranalpamudiyamana Srotram kadanubhavati avalokayeshe Yakopi sushtu vrishabhanukumarikaya Samprartanashtakamidam pratati prapanna Sa preyasa sahasametya drita pramoda Tasya prasada laharim urari karoti Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Jai Śrī Radhe Jai Jai Śrī Radhe 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 Jai Jai Śrī Radhe Jai Jai Śrī Radhe Judy Oppenheimer and family. I think we should start walking back after the next one. We're, I think, going to do one more. Chioti family. Shraddha Dasi and family, especially for her son, Jesse. I think we should do something everywhere. So now we're going to call out for mercy in the most powerful prayer that we know, the prayer that awakens flame. Srimati Radhika is happy hearing the name of Krishna, and Krishna is happy hearing the name of Srimati Radhika. That's why we chant Nāṛayaṇaṣṭakam and Radha Kripakatakshastavaraja both, because she becomes happy upon hearing about Krishna or seeing Krishna, and he becomes happy upon hearing about her or seeing Srimati Radhika.
And then we'll walk you back to Gurudev's mat. If you stay with us for that long, it's up to you, but we'll have to leave here. And we'll make our way back another time where we can bring you to all of the special hidden places here. Every temple, there's the Sham temple, so many different extraordinary places that we must visit, especially Janava Thakurani's Baitak, her sitting place, and Svananda Sukara Kunj, Srila Bhaktivedānta Thakur's Bhajan Kutir, so many places that we should be here. Ram Narayan and Mahārāja in family. No, we're going to sing Maha Mantra now, and so that everyone can just sing and meditate, because we haven't done Maha Mantra, and for us, this is our prayer. Srila Prabhupada said, what does it mean? O Radha, O Krishna, please engage me in your loving service. So that's why we've come here, to beg for that seva adhikar, to beg to our gurus, our acharyas, and all the Vaishnavas to please offer us to Srimati Radhika. This pond is non-different from her, and Krishna himself considers it as dear as Srimati Radhika. So we've come to the center of all the universes, and we've put our names here, and we've begged to be placed in the register of Srimati Lalita Sakhi and Rupa in Raman Manjari. Okay? I don't know what you can see, but it's just very, very sweet. 20 minutes until hitting Facebook live stream limit. Thank you so much, Anjali. So listen, if it does cut out, I'll restart another live stream walking us back to Giridhari Gaudiya Mat. So if you want, you can rejoin.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare
so black we can't see it. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Sorry,
Krishna,
there's monkeys
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare. Watch the back.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Saya apa kali? Mana lo ya? Bapak dulu dah selalu kira maju.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Kishori, Kishori, Kishori Mohan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey ho! We have a lot of kids here now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
ले लो
Radhe Radhe.
राधे राधे ले लो
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What was that? Kishori just lost his phone in Radhakund, you guys. Look at-
I knew I paid something, and my dhoti's falling off, my drum is falling on the ground. But that's what they do, they kind of distract you.
So Kishori lost his phone in Radhakund, Jai-ho!
Hey, I needed a new one.
It's okay, the one that I'm filming with is still here. I mean, not that I don't feel bad, but he's getting rid of his anarthas here. See? How much mercy did you just receive, Kishori? Tell us.
Hare Krishna.
You know what?
It's also a trick. It's a trick of
I have to say that so many times when, we've been stolen from or something happens, I always think, well, I guess Krishna wants us to have an upgrade. Look at that face. Okay, Chela, let's go.
Look, I'm smiling.
We shouldn't be around all this.
No, that's what happens.
Kishori. Yes.
Yeah.
There.
Let's go.
Watch your daughter here.
Is that mine? That's.
There's also deep in
Can you give it to? Can you put it in the bag? There's a whole bunch of kids around, and that's when things start to get dangerous. Kishori, can I have my bag?
Which one is yours? Here.
Well, it was pretty peaceful for quite a
You tell
while.
them they have to pay me 10,000 rupees to replace it because they made disturbance. They made it.
Kishori, please stop.
No, I'm just joking.
Don't tell them. Don't say that. Kishori ji, chalo, let's go.
He's not gonna find it.
Kishori, even if they find it, can you use it? He offered his most prized possession. Yes, he did. Hey, Kishori. Kishori ji. I think
Hare Krishna,
there you
Hare
go.
Krishna,
There you go.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
It's still working. It's got the. It still has the numbers on it. There's so much ghee in there, it completely blocked the hole.
Give this to the boy who went in the kund.
Where's the boy who went inside?
Cello. It's wonderful that you... Well, what do you do? It's so funny. I mean, where else are you going to lose your thing that, is really, it's an important thing in life nowadays. I think it's hilarious. I've lost computers. People have stolen them from my room at Gurudev's programs. They've went into our room and they've actually taken it. So, and Gurudev he smiled and laughed, and I smiled and laughed, and Krishna gave me an upgrade. So maybe his phone wasn't that good. But, yeah, a boy went in and got it, and so we gave him a nice donation. He's very happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe
Śrī Radha Kund ki jai.
Jai Śrī Radha Kund. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
देर की कह रहे परसों से
All bangles. Okay, I lost my people. Govinda Radhe Gopala Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. Sweet shot. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Jalebi, jalebis. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. 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 Jai Ho. Govinda Radhe Gopala Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. He lives there. They live there. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Sarva Gurudev said our hearts should be like jalebis, very saturated with sweetness and ras, but very, very crooked, like the gopis. He said their hearts are like jalebis. So we should also have hearts like jalebis. Now Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram. So all bangles.
Radhe Radhe.
Like the gopis took their bangles and made the kund, Radha kund. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Ram. Look at they're getting yogurt in bags. Oh,
Hare
kumkum.
Look at mountains of kumkum.
Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj calls it red stuff.
Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Gurudev said it while I was holding jalebis in front of him, and he was just looking at them. And he said, oh, your heart? He said, the gopis' hearts, they're like jalebis. And then he said that they're so full of rust, but so crooked, never straightforward. They never say, oh, Krishna, I love you. They never speak that thing. It would lose its potency. They say quite the opposite. So Krishna is completely bewildered, also like a jalebi. And then he looked at me and he said, your heart should also be like a jalebi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Bolo Hare Ram,
Hari Bol Namah,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's far. Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
We gotta get one.
Krishna Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Ram,
We can call
Hare
taxi
Ram,
driver, he can come here.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,